everybody! Welcome back to Pokemon. I haven't heard this song on these new headphones before, so this was fucking awesome. Also, Junk's back. Say hi. So we's gonna be ranking more Pokas.
More Pokemon.
We're on Johto. I've never done this before. Gotcha. Pokem. More Pokems. He's got so much stream time. Do you want to join in, Snake? You can join in. We can pull this into a server chat.
Is this a problem?
Got a Pokemon.
I am not gonna get the clout. The clout will all keep.
Favorite Pokemon is Charmander. I believe we have him up in A tier.
No, what did we rank him? A tier for Charmander? Yeah.
Charmander and Charmeleon. Charizard and Charizard Y are in there. And then we got the two awesome Charizards up here.
Aww.
Thank you, I appreciate that. No, seriously, Snake. If you do want to join in with this, we can pull this into a server chat.
Yes. Do you want the clout that I'm getting all of?
I'm literally no help with Pokemon, so I'll just watch for the entertainment value.
Neither am I.
Yeah, that's why Junk's here. As long as you're okay with me forcing an opinion out of you.
Can you make an F tier for one Pokemon? Actually, no, show the lowest one you have and tell the story again for anyone who wasn't here last time if you want to.
So, here's how this organization essentially is. If any of you haven't been here for this last stream. S is fuck yes. A is yes. B is yeah. C is okay. And D is
D is disgrace.
Basically, my problem with Cresselia is her dynamic with Darkrai. I don't necessarily have a problem with her design strictly. Yeah, B is essentially for plain animals. Yeah. I don't have a problem with Cresselia's design strictly. The problem with her is the dynamic she has with Darkrai. It just doesn't make sense to me. It feels like it was just sort of shoved together. So, like, just her role in the story is just so problematic to me that I rank her at around that point. But no Pokemon's F tier. Still stand by that. Everyone's Pokemon is someone's favorite. No Pokemon is F tier. So, that's kind of where we're standing at the moment. The only boy I cared about is a high ranking, so I'm good. What, the Snake? You talking about, Ekans and Arbok? There's Arbok. Where did I put Ekans? Probably an A tier.
Ekans is just a snake.
Did I put him down here? I don't think I'd put him down here, because he's so freaking massive and bright purple and yellow.
There's a purple snake.
Oh, Arcanine. Okay, gotcha. Oh, I'm surprised. Arcanine and, Growlithe. Yeah, there they are. Where did I put Ekans?
Can you please move Akita to D tier? Why? Also, who is Akita?
It's not a Pokemon. Don't know what he's talking about. Oh, there's Ekans, right? He's an agent.
A person who
Oh, are you
in
talking
D tier?
about Chikorita? The one we're looking at right now? Because for me, let's go ahead and get into this. Chikorita is among the 3 starters for Johto. So Chikorita fills out the same role as Bulbasaur as the grass starter. But look at her! She's adorable! She's sassy! I like
Little
her.
lady.
Yeah,
S
she's got like
for
a little.
sass.
As for sass, she's got a little like necklace, big old leaf coming out of her head. I wouldn't say she's as specifically iconic and distinct as Bulbasaur per se, but she's still for sure a Pokemon, and I actually do like her quite a bit. I like her line, so I'd place her in A tier. Personally, how do you feel? How do
I'm
you feel
down
about
for
that? Yeah. Then we got the evolution with Bayleaf.
Bayleaf.
Bayleaf!
That's
Bayleaf-
that's just a sauropod.
Yeah, all these guys are sauropods. These three. So, I actually really like Bayleaf compared to Chikorita. Like the sharper leaf is neat with the cut through it.
Animal
and-
Crossing.
And the pods around its neck. That's gonna bump this boy up to S tier. I really like Bayleaf's design. What'd you think?
I'm fine with this.
Yeah.
S for sauropod.
S for sauropod. And then we got the final evolution, Meganium.
I need to stop with the rank for name joke. It's gonna get so boring. Flower.
Meganium, she's got like I forget what these are called, but like that ruffly flower around her neck. A lot of people say that Meganium's design is a step down from Bayleaf, which is interesting because that doesn't typically happen with middle evolutions. But I guess I'd agree because there's a bit less going on now. The flower is very nice though, and it's still distinctive. So I'd put it in A tier.
What type are they?
Oh, they're all grass, monograss.
All grass.
Yep. Grassy boys. Because the original you had grass poison for the Bulbasaur line. You had fire flying by the time it was a Charizard, and then Blastoise was just straight up water.
I was just kind of hoping they'd have some dragon in them, because look, I'll send you a Snapdragon flower.
Ah, yeah.
It has the two little stamens and the pink flower.
Yeah, I see that. That'd be cool. I wish that was the case, honestly. That would have made him even more interesting. Yeah.
Please do what, Big Brain Boy? I don't know who Akita is unless you meant the first one.
You didn't put it in D tier. I don't know what Akita is.
What is Akita?
Cyndaquil.
Akita is a fight. I'm gonna Google this.
Akita? I don't know what Akita is.
Akita is Pokemon. No, there is no Pokemon called Akita.
That doesn't exist. Looks like a lion thing. That's not... What? Okay, now I know what you're talking about, but that's not called Akita. That's Litleo. Litleo and Pyroar. And frankly, I love Litleo. Litleo is adorable. Okay?
That is adorable.
And Pyroar is even better. Not him? Well, I don't know what you're talking about. That's the only fire type lion I know about.
Send a picture in media in the server, because if you're what's her name in the server? You're Gabro, aren't you? Put it in media. What Pokemon are you talking about? Don't rank this junk. Rank. Oh, I love that Pokemon.
That's my favorite Pokemon.
Hang on. Sorry, I just read the middle of what they wrote there.
Oh, fucking god dang it. Okay, so Cyndaquil. I like Cyndaquil. I do like Cyndaquil and its line. Goes Cyndaquil, Kulava, and Typhlosion. It has to be said their designs are pretty samey throughout. Like, it does just look like it's growing. And the fire is traveling to different places. But you cannot tell me that adding fire to a honey badger isn't awesome.
There is nothing not awesome about adding fire to a honey badger. They're
So
just
at the-
making them a menace.
Yeah. So at the very least, these guys are A tier. That's probably going to be my rank for all of them. Now, I'll say, even though I'm typically a water type person, I actually really like Typhlosion. There's Quilava, and here's Typhlosion.
I do like.
Compared to the other three or the other two, I like Typhlosion the best. Which is interesting because Feraligatr does have a lot more going on in his design, but I just really like Typhlosion. I think maybe it's just because of how mean he looks. Like
he does. He looks very horrible. I love it.
The fire collar is fucking sweet. And then we got Totodile.
Hell yes.
Do you like Totodile?
I love every crocodile creature on the planet. Every crocodile, alligator creature.
I see.
So much.
You're gonna see a few more of those then, because there's some pretty neat ones later on. Totodile. Honestly, Totodile has just really interesting design elements. This bright blue skin with the white stripe and the red spikes. That's a trait that's carried over through all of them, and it looks really great on all of them. So there's Totodile. Here's Croconaw.
Oh.
Check out Croconaw.
He's getting beefier.
He's getting a beefy boy. And then we got Feraligatr. Oh yeah.
Yes.
I see you really like Feraligatr, and I understand why. Like, look at this.
Crocodiles. I love crocodiles and alligators in any form they take.
This shit is an upright 7-foot tall blue crocodile.
Yes!
Alligator. Yeah. This is why I don't hate any Pokemon strictly. Like, everyone likes one. So these guys, I'd say, honestly, these guys' designs are the strongest and like the most like distinct out of the others. And just for that, I'd elevate them to an S tier. Yeah. S for snap, them jaws, because you're a motherfucking crocodile.
Yes. Have you ever heard an alligator jaw pop?
Well, like when the jaw snaps shut.
Yeah, but there's like nothing in the mouth, so just.
Yeah, it's just like. Yeah.
I love it. I remember a Kita from a game I liked. What? Are we going down some conspiracy?
So it's not a Pokemon, is what you're saying. Oh, Darmanitan! That's not a lion. Darmanitan is based on a Daruma. It is fire type. There you go, Darmanitan. He's like a monkey sort of like gorilla thing with fire eyebrows. I don't know either.
Greek. I like that.
Yeah, he's got a Galarian form, which is pretty cool as well. But we'll get to him when we get to him. So next we've got the route rodent for Johto. So Kanto had Rattata and Raticate. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So Johto has Sentret.
I love Sentret so much.
Sentret. Now, compared to Raticate, or compared to Rattata, I really love Sentret. I believe, where did I put Rattata? Here. I believe I put him in A tier, probably, because of the iconic factor of his evolution line. Sentret, look at this thing. Look at it balancing on its tail. Look at its adorable bunny ears. Like, I love this. I love this thing. It's going in S tier. S for Sentret.
It is. S for Sentret.
And you'll never guess what Sentret evolves into.
Please.
He walks!
He walks on both.
Walks! It's Furret! Where else is this gonna go? Of course it's gonna go up here.
I'm sorry, I looked at the chat and I forgot that they were talking about whatever the
Darmanitan, yeah.
Yeah, so I looked over after looking at this and I want him dead.
I want him dead. No! No!
Kill Furret.
You can't
please.
kill Furret. Furret is the best. Furret is also 5 feet long.
Jesus. I'm. Furret's little mouth is the most precious little thing.
Yeah, look at him. Furret is the most adorable. I love it. Now next, we have a Pokemon called Hoot Hoot. Have you seen Hoot Hoot before?
I think I've seen Hoot Hoot before.
Can you take a wild guess at what Hoot Hoot is?
Another alligator.
Of course! Look at this fearsome alligator. So, there are a few things about Hoot Hoot that I love. One thing is that it's always standing on one foot.
It upsets me.
But it has two. It has 2 feet. It just pulls it up into its feathers.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's got 2 feet. It just chooses to stand on one. If you see it, I believe if you see it walk around, it will like trade which foot is out and walk like that. But then it's got this like clock face, like eyebrows.
I love that.
The notches under its eyes. He's basically a walking clock.
Looks weirdly steampunky. I like
Yeah.
him.
And yeah, I love him. I do like.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker for round shapes as well, like this perfectly round kind of shape.
Oh, you really like Sphere.
Yeah, this is why I very much love Spheal. Yes, you will see that bias when we get to him. But for Hoot Hoot, I'd say I'd put him. He's definitely not just a regular owl. There's no way you could confuse this with a design for a regular owl. So I'd put him an A. Would you agree with that?
A is good.
Yeah. And then Hoot Hoot evolves into Noctowl. Now, this
That's
is
an
an
owl.
This
That's
is,
an owl.
this is straight up a Great Horned Owl. And that's fine. So he's a B
This
tier.
is fine.
Noctowl's a solid B tier. I feel like they're trying to increase the idea that he's fast by giving him these like tapered eyebrows. Which is pretty interesting. But yeah, he's definitely just become an owl. Look, Ladybug!
It's a little ladybug.
It's a ladybug.
I mean, from the top, maybe you could confuse that for just a normal
Yeah.
ladybug. Actually, how big is it, actually?
It's 3 feet. It's 3 feet tall.
Ah, never mind.
Yeah. There's no way that could be just yeah. How
Maybe
tall
a
was
pretty
Noctowl?
historic one, but...
Noctowl is 5 feet tall. So yeah, Pokemon are just generally very tall.
Very huge.
Bug types especially. But the thing that definitely sets this apart from being like it's not like a hyper realistic ladybug in any way. Like it's got this rounded little grips on its feet
Yeah.
and the horns. And that definitely sets it apart. That kind of brings in like horn beetle as an inspiration for it. It's bug flying as well, which makes sense. So I would place him in a A tier.
I had this funny image in my head for a second where they add a new Pokemon and it's just a transparent PNG of an animal. It's just like, dog!
Dog. Go, dog. Then we got Ledian. Evolution.
That's
This
a
is a
power
yeah. This is a significant improvement. I actually really like Ledian.
Yeah.
It has this kind of alien look. It's bipedal now. So honestly, this design I feel like is really underrated. Like I just love the way it looks. It looks really sleek. It looks pretty cool. I'd personally put this in S tier.
Yeah, I would too.
This is a cool like alien bug design. Next we got Spinarak. I love Spinarak.
Me too. Little
He's a-
bug. He's got a frowny face on his thorax.
Yeah. Well, so in some art it's a smiley face. But yeah. It's a good bug. It's a good bug Pokemon. I'll also put this in A tier.
Good boy. Good bug.
Then we got Ariados.
Enhanced
Spinnerack.
bug.
Yeah, Spinnerack evolves into Ariados, enhanced bug. Yeah. This boy is awesome. Like, this is just really cool. Apparently these legs can move up here that are on its abdomen. Don't know why they're there. Don't know what they're used for. It kind of looks like an intimidation kind of thing. Yeah. All I know is that this guy is cool, and I distinctly remember him whenever I see him. And whenever I, like, think back about bug Pokemon, Ariados is definitely there in my head. So he's going to go in S tier. Next, we finally got Golbat's evolution. Golbat evolves into Crobat. This fucking thing is awesome. Like, first they do this clever thing where they invert the color scheme of the Zubat line. The body used to be blue and the wings were purple, and now they've reversed that. And it's honestly really cool. And this idea that this bat has gotten rid of its legs to change out for another set of wings is also awesome.
It's a cutie.
Yeah. So I really, really like Crobat. I'd put this guy in S tier.
I just read the description of it. It freaks me out.
Both its legs have turned into wings. Yeah, without sound, Crobat flies swiftly toward its prey and sinks its fangs into the nape of the target's neck. Yeah! It's a Titan killer. Hell yeah. That's fucking sick.
Just
All
send
right.
out a bunch of Crobats.
Chinchou. I like Chinchou.
Little
This
guy.
is, I believe this is one of, if not the only water electric type, because it's taken like this idea of a deep sea lure. Instead of being bioluminescent, it's actually like little electric powered light bulbs, but they're still incorporated into its biology. So I really like that. Like he looks like a little lamp. Like you could take him and hang him up on a wall.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed Chinchou. I honestly, I'd put Chinchou in S tier. I really love the idea of turning that feature of biology into a magical ability of a Pokemon.
I think he's great.
And evolves into Lantern, which has basically the same thing going on. What?
It's like an anglerfish, but not terrifying.
Yeah, yeah. It's not a deep sea anglerfish, like a reef anglerfish. Reef anglerfish still look ugly as hell though.
I was very upset to find out anglerfish are like the size of like 4 meters, not 4 meters, like 4 feet across.
Yeah, anglerfish are surprisingly big. This guy is 3 feet,
Big boy.
so that's actually about accurate. Chinchou top tier, Lantern 1 tier below, in my opinion. I think I can kind of agree with that. But it's still got this, you know, I still love the novel idea of this being electric lights. And he's still got that. And it's taking a little more from its real-life counterpart. So I want to say, I want to fit it in S tier. But what do you think, Junk? I want you to determine if that's... Do you think it should go in A? Because I'm willing to be fluid with this one.
I think so.
Think so?
I think
A?
an A is better.
Yeah. Okay. So I can't agree. It's some of the charms taken away with without the plus eyes. But yeah. Okay. Next we got Pichu. It's the pre-ev of Pikachu.
Little baby.
And it's adorable. And it's Pichu. It's pre-ev. It's going in A. I don't say that like in any kind of negative way. But it's just, again, Pikachu is just all over the fucking place. And I get, yeah, it's a good design. It's not my personal top design for Pokemon. But I can't deny that Pichu is just a little adorable bundle of happy. Like, look at this. And I don't think its design elevates Pikachu. I made him in Smash. Gotcha. I don't think this design elevates it above Raichu in any way. Like Raichu really takes Pikachu's design a step further, in my opinion. Pichu is just like Pikachu, but with like more hard edges, more black, harder edges with the design on that, and around her face and body. And apparently there are extra Pichu forms, which I have never seen or heard of before, so they're going in there. Alright, next we got a pre-evolution to, the Cleffa and Clefable line. Or no, the, Clefairy and Clefable line. This is Cleffa!
Baby!
I'd say... I put Clefairy in B tier, because there was just something really off-putting about Cleffa to me. And still there's something a little off-putting about Clefable to me. But it's not as bad as Clefairy. Cleffa is the cutest of them, for sure. And though I still really do enjoy Clefairy's design, or Clefable's design, I'm gonna stick Cleffa up there with it, just because, good lord, it's so cute. So that's going in A tier with them. And then we've got a pre-evolution to Jigglypuff. Are you prepared? Do you know what the pre-evolution to Jigglypuff is?
No.
Have you seen her?
I don't think so.
This is Igglybuff.
That's just a little pom-pom.
Yeah! Look at him! He's so cute!
I feel like if I kicked them at full force, I'd make a basketball noise.
I would personally argue that it's cuter than Jigglypuff. Looks like a tiny demon marshmallow with its red eyes. I love it. Let me back check up here. Where did I put? I believe I put Wigglytuff down here. So yeah, Jigglypuff is there as well. I just love this. I love that they've added a baby Pokemon to a line that was already baby. And it did this so adorably with this little puff on its head and the little curlicue, like the traditional baby curlicue. I'm struggling to say whether I want to put this in S or leave it with Jigglypuff's line in A, because I really love it. Ugh.
This one classifies for S for small more than any of the others.
Yes, yeah. This is so adorable. Okay, Togepi. Togepi is on about the same classic, like, iconic level as Pikachu is. Given that Togepi appeared so prominently in the anime as Misty's partner. Igglybuff entry in the Dex. What about Igglybuff's entry in the Dex? Hold on. Igglybuff loves to sing. Its marshmallow-like body gives off a faint, sweet smell. Oh, it smells sweet. That's adorable. It's also a foot tall.
I'm gonna kick them.
It's like the size of a dodgeball.
Question is, do they make a squeaky noise or do they make a basketball noise?
I assume they make a squeaky noise.
Alright. Togepi. Oh, they're also one for... Togepi has... I had to search just to double check if I was remembering from last room. They have Clefairy's tired eyes.
Yes, it does. But I think it makes up for that face with the body shape. Being a little rounder, its little arms being a little cuter.
Egg.
And egg, yes. So, again, also just because of the iconic nature of Togepi as well, it can't go in anything below A tier. Like...
S. Or A.
S, yeah, I'm sticking him in A. I don't like him as much as, say, these Pokemon. But I don't think it's bad, and it does deserve being in an A tier. Then it evolves into Togetic. I bet you did you know that Togepi evolved?
I didn't, and that's a little fella. Whoa.
Yeah, look at Togetic. He's sprouted little wings.
And the egg has now melded with the rest.
He's grown up. His egg is melded with his body. They say that it will appear before kind-hearted, caring people and shower them with happiness. It's literally the happiness Pokemon. Ah.
Little.
That's going in A. I love that. That's going with Togepi. I love him.
A for ah.
A for ah. Okay, now we're into a set of Pokemon that I actually really enjoy and I want to use at some point in the future. This is Natu.
Bird.
Natu is really interesting. It's psychic flying, and Natu and its evolution Xatu have inspiration taken from totem poles and like tribal art. So this is really cool. Like, the realistic kind of human-shaped eye, and the color palette being used here really evokes that.
It looks like it's pretending to be something that it's not.
Yeah.
He looks like he's in a disguise.
Yeah. And I've always been drawn to these guys. Like, I just really enjoy them. Like this guy especially, but Xatu even more, and you'll see why. But like, I do love this. This for me is an S tier. Just because of my own personal attachment to it. But Natu evolves into Xatu, and look at this!
Yo!
Like, that is so just like, it's like a totem pole was carved, and it was Xatu.
It is a chief.
And the idea as well behind this story is it tends to stand still like this, with its arms folded over its body, with its wings folded over its body, and one eye. The idea is that one eye it just stares off into the distance because one eye is looking constantly into the future and the other is looking constantly into the past.
I like that.
Yeah. So this guy is just such a creative. This is probably one of, if not the most creative bird, like Route 1 bird Pokemon that just exists. Like, I love this thing. And I wish they hadn't. I wish they in the game for whatever reason they make him hover above the ground with his wings out. And that was because of a mechanic they introduced some time ago called Sky Battles, where you could only use flying Pokemon, and you just go up into the sky. So they made all of the flying Pokemon have hovering animations, which kind of defeats the entire premise of Xatu, where he's standing still. Where that after Sky Battles, and if you throw him out anywhere else, he's just still hovering above the ground. It's just weird. So that's a personal disappointment of mine with Xatu. Wait, is my boy Ninjask here? Yes, he is, I believe. No, we haven't gotten to Hoenn yet, actually. Ninjask is probably going to be S tier, though, because he is sick. Next, we got Mareep. Look! It's a literal electric sheep.
It's a little sheep.
It's in that, I forget what the phrase is, do, like, androids dream of electric sheep? That's literally what it's based on. Clothing made from Mareep's fleece is easily charged with static electricity. So a special process is used on it, which is really fun. So it's based entirely on the idea of static electricity, but it also generates electricity. And it's like a little steel wool Pokemon, which is very fun. So, Mareep, I do really enjoy Mareep. I think Mareep deserves S tier. It's got such a distinctive and adorable design. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Little and soft.
Then Mareep evolves into Flaffy. Ninjask are my favorite. Yeah, he's cool. So Flaffy's interesting. Honestly, this entire evolution line is a little strange to me because it gets bipedal. Like, it goes bipedal, and then by the time you get to Ampharos, all of the wool is gone. Which is a little strange to me. But I suppose that is kind of like, it's interesting because it's like sort of shedding this and becoming like this dangerous electricity producer.
They have been shorn.
Yeah, I suppose that's the idea, is that they're being shorn. Yeah. I never thought about it that way before. Okay. That seriously elevates this design. I hope you understand, because I was confused until you said that.
Oh.
So I was gonna put him in A, but now that you've put that in my head, I like that. I like that a lot. So that's going S tier for me. And Ampharos. But here's the cool thing: Ampharos has got a Mega Evolution. Take a wild guess what happens when he Mega evolves. Remember that?
I'm looking. I'm looking.
Oh yeah. Boop. Look, it all comes back. He's got a mane.
No.
He also
That
gains.
is a 4.
He also gains the dragon typing. This shit's awesome. S tier.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm tired of being sheep. I'm a dragon now.
I'm a fucking dragon. The wallet has lost, has grown in again. Fluffy, yes. Alright, so next we've got Blossom. Blossom is an alternate evolution to Oddish. So, if you remember, Oddish went Oddish, Gloom, and Vileplume. You remember those guys?
Yes.
Yeah? So you have an opportunity to, instead of just leveling it up into Vileplume, you can use a Sunstone on Gloom, and instead it will evolve into Blossom. It loses the poison typing and becomes mono grass. And it's an adorable little hula girl.
Little lady.
It's adorable. I love Blossom so much. It's amazing that she's a final evolution because she looks like a stage 1 evolution. And I love that. S tier. Look at it. It's a foot tall. Can you imagine just having this... Yeah. Can you imagine just having this 1 foot tall little hula girl following you around everywhere? It's like Thumbelina in this shit. Let's get that. Next we've got Meryl. Meryl? Yeah. He's a small, round water mouse. It's water fairy type, which is interesting. It's an interesting combination. Because they added the fairy typing, and then they retroactively went back and were like, yeah, these Pokemon are fairy type now. Sorry, this music just caught me. Dun 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 dun. Ah yes, Peekaboo. Yeah. I do very much like Meryl. I wouldn't say it's like among my absolute favorite, but I really enjoy it. If nothing else, for the fact that it's a small blue mouse. Meryl evolves into a Azumarill. And it's an egg rabbit! It's like Easter personified.
Easter in real life.
I've never said that out loud to myself before, and now that I say that, it looks so perfect. It looks like a dyed egg with this water pattern on it. And little ears. I love it. This is an S tier. I'd never thought about the Easter connection fully until just now. Okay, so next we got Sudowoodo. So, the idea with Sudowoodo is that it is petrified wood. It looks like it could be a tree or a bush, but it's actually entirely made of rock.
Oh, it took my brain a little second to realize you meant petrified, like turned to stone. In my head, I thought of it as like petrified, terrified, scared.
Oh
Why
no. Yeah, like it's stone now.
He's stone.
So I love this idea, and I love the idea as well that it just stands there, doing nothing. Like, that's its existence. It just stands in the middle of a forest pretending to be a tree. Like when it's in battle, it's holding its hands up, and sometimes it'll move to the right in a really exact way, and then it'll move back. So this is just a charming little guy. I straddle the line whether or not this is S or A tier for me, though. What do you think?
I love them so far. What does he turn into, or does he have an evolution at all?
He is a final evolution actually. At the start he was a stage. At the start he was a stage 1, but then later they added a baby evolution to him. So he actually is a final evolution.
Ah, big boy.
So
How tall
I
is he
think
actually? Probably 3.
he's 3 feet tall. Yeah, 3'11". I'd
Little
put him.
taller.
I'd put him at A tier, I think.
A tier fits for him.
All right. So next here, you remember when I said that the Poliwag line, they sort of like stay a tadpole for a little bit, but then when you hit Poliwrath, they're like an actual frog.
Yeah.
It's like they kind of go through that, developmental change. Well, there's an alternate evolution for Poliwhirl, where you can instead evolve him into Politoed. Look at Politoed.
Frog! Frog!
It's a full-on frog, and it kind
We
of
love
keeps,
frog.
yeah, it keeps the swirl a little bit, which is nice because it still harkens back to that evolution. I think what mainly changes about it, otherwise, is its stats and stuff. Oh no, it just Poliwrath gets fighting. Politoed just doesn't have fighting type. Probably has the same stats and whatever. So yeah, I like that. I do really like Politoed. I think someone in the stream last time had some kind of dislike for Politoed. I really enjoy him.
I think he's great.
Let me look at where I put. I think I put. Yeah, I put Poliwrath up here. And then I put Poliwag and Poliwhirl down here. I think I'd join Politoed with A tier with the other guys. Put Poliwrath in S because he looked like he could really fuck you up. Like,
Yeah. He looked like he had murder on his mind.
yeah. This guy's just a frore.
He's a rogue.
Alright, now, there's something adorable about these next ones. Alright. So, this is Hoppip.
Ah!
So we got Hoppip. And then it evolves into Skiploom.
Oh my goodness.
And then it evolves into Jumpluff.
I love that. I
So-
love that that's all the stages of growing with flowers too.
Yeah. Like, this is essentially the life cycle of a dandelion that's being shown here.
It's like a little weed, and then it's a fucking dandelion, and then it's the ah, it's so cute!
Puffy, yeah. But here's the other thing. Here's the other thing. Look at the names. Look at the names. Hoppip, Skiploom,
Hop, skip, and a jump!
Hop, skip, and a jump! And they're dandelions!
I love it!
This line, I don't care what anyone says. Most people like look at these and are like, these are great. These are such good designs. The leaf sprouting out of the ground at the start, the flower in the second stage, it's bright yellow. And then especially Jumpluff. Like, look at Jumpluff. They're grass flying, which is a pretty interesting, as far as I'm aware, unique type. It's not seen in a lot of places. These guys are going, I'd say Hoppip and Skiploom are A tier for sure, like high A tier,
Yes.
and Jumpluff is S tier. I love Jumpluff.
Hell yes.
Look at the pluffs.
Little bluff.
Pluff. Here's Apom.
Yo! Monkey!
He is monkey with hand on tail. Oh, Hoppip, a freaking dandelion. What? Yeah. Yep, the entire line's a dandelion. Apom is interesting. I do enjoy Apom. He's just enough of not a monkey to definitely be a Pokemon for sure. Like, you could look at this and be like, yeah, that's a Pokemon. But I instinctively want to put him in A, but at the same time, I do distinctly remember Apom from the anime. Ash had an Apom, and it made a consistent habit of stealing his hat. which was a fun gag. But damn, that's cool. I didn't know that. Awesome. Yeah. All of the Pokemon have surprising origins. It's very interesting. Yeah, Apom. I don't think that maybe that status is strictly enough yet to bump it up to S tier. But what do you think? I'm saying A tier for Apom, but what's your opinion?
I think monkey, and I think S. That's all my brain thinks is S for monkey.
S for monkey. Trying to think if his, because the way that's going to be said for me is if I think his role in the anime is going to bump him into S tier for me. What do you think, chat? Hello, Gaining Goalie, by the way. Do you think S for monkey, or do you think A? For very good design. Well, let me read this. In Apom in Circumstance, Apom becomes jealous of Pikachu's closeness to Ash. Apom also seemed to have a certain penchant for headgear, aside from taking Ash's and other people's hats. Right. B, because he's just a monkey. He is a monkey with a hand for a tail. He's literally got a hand, a second hand, or like a third hand for a tail. That is
Monkeys
not just
do
a monkey.
have hands for tails.
I'm gonna go with A though. I think I'm just gonna stick with A for me. Because yes, he is mostly a monkey, but the tail at least sets it apart from a regular monkey. Monkey. Okay, next we've got a set of Pokemon that I understand why they aren't like generally. Wow, look at these Pokemon. But I enjoy them. This is Sunkern.
That's a seed!
Yep. And it evolves into Sunflora. Happy Sunflower.
It's a little sunflower.
These guys are good to be an A, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They're living plants. Yep. Yanma.
Sunflowers.
I like Yanma a lot. Especially its evolution, which we'll get to later, Yanmega. It's freaking sick.
This is the dragonfly.
Yeah.
Are they dragon type?
Nope, they're bug flying.
There's so many things they could do play on words with, and they don't. No, that bothers me. Did they have a dragonfly dragon?
No, I don't think they do yet. Actually, wait, they might. Yeah, they do, actually. They do. But it's more like, it's antlions.
Fair enough.
The antlion turns into like a dragonfly-looking thing. We'll get to that later. That's in Hoenn, which we're about to hit here in a little bit. Told you this was definitely going to go faster. But I really like, I really like Yanma a lot. I love the bright color, the green and the red. It kind of looks like, it just looks like it's fast as hell. I'm putting that in, I'm going to put that in A for me. Alright,
Yeah.
Here comes the Pokemon that you were asking about last stream. Check it out. It's Wooper.
No, I don't know lore, but I know about Wooper enough to know that I prefer Quagsire.
Okay, gotcha. I like Wooper a lot for its like its similarity to an axolotl, with these little things sticking off the edges, and just its general dumb nature.
Little dumb baby.
I like Wooper a lot, honestly. I'd put him in S. I love Wooper. And then, of course, we got Quagsire.
Agshire.
The Agshire is an S tier also. Boom.
Yes.
Okay, did I put the... We're about to hit 2 more evolutions here. So where did I put the other evolutions? Alright, I put them all in S tier. So Espeon, Psychic type evolution, associated with the sun. Also, the beginning of its name is ESP, which is great. And it's got these like piercing eyes that they look like they can see into your soul. Like, Jesus.
A menace.
I would say, like, I love this design. Like, again, I think all the evolutions are probably going to be S tier. I will say, though, my favorite one is Umbreon.
One sec, I gotta have a quick look at the evolutions for myself. Because I was thinking, yeah, okay. Some of them look more like foxes, some of them look more like dogs, and some of them look more like cats.
Yeah, that's entirely by design. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, Umbreon is my favorite evolution, my favorite personal one. Dark type, of course, and the yellow rings glow, which is cool. Fox. All right, now we got Murkrow. I love this. I love this idea for Murkrow. They're like a little gang. That's why he's got this hat-like plumage. They're like a mob.
I prefer that. I've seen them before. I was like a little witch thing, but I like that. I like the little mob.
Yeah. Well, it makes even more sense when you consider their evolution, Honchkrow.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, makes sense.
Honchkrow, the head honcho. So yeah, that's yeah. So they're a little mob. They're little troublemakers. They steal jewels. They're based on crows. They're great. I love them. S tier. Helps with the dark type, and I love dark types. A murder of crows, yeah. A murder of Murkrows. That works. What was Umbreon based off of? Umbreon, the entire evolution line is like a mix of like cat and dog influences. Kind of mixed together. Okay, so now we've got the added evolution line to Slowpoke. So you remember Slowpoke evolves into Slowbro, and they have the Galar variant that's poisonous because of the spices in its body, how they interact with its biology. So here's Slowking.
Oh, Your Majesty.
The Shelder has bitten its head instead of its tail. So the poison racing into its brain causes it to stimulate. So Slowking is actually very active and very, very intelligent.
I love that.
Yeah.
Need me some of that Shelder brain poison.
Some of that Shelder brain poison, yeah. So it's the typical water psychic that the others are. It has neat design with the Shelder crown and everything. The psychic gem is present on its forehead as the crown. It's really cool. So this boy is going to S tier. I actually really like this compared to Slowpoke and Slowbro. Just because that whole, like, the whole crown thing it's got going on. The Shelder on Slowbro's tail looks more, you know, like, terrifying because it's huge. But I just really like this comparatively. So then in Galar, it's a little darker. Check this guy out. This is Galarian Slowking. Poison Psychic instead of Water Psychic. So, a combination of toxins and the shock of evolving has increased Shelder's intelligence to the point that Shelder now controls the Slowking.
Jesus.
So this mix of poisons going back and forth has now also affected the Shelder, because now both of these guys are toxic. But it's just like, this guy has just become like a dark magic king, which is really interesting. And he's the Slowbro isn't even in control of itself anymore. So that's really dark and horrifying and awesome. S tier.
I'm fine with
Slowking's the
this.
one that can physically speak. I don't think Slowking can speak. Maybe it can. Maybe some Pokedex mentions that. Pokedex entry. Yeah. Alright, Miss Drevis. Look at this. It's one of the cutest ghost types around. It's mischievous. It screams like a banshee.
Love that for them.
I love Misdreavus. It's going in S tier. Also because it has a really good Sinnoh evolution. They add an evolution in Sinnoh, and it looks really cool. It looks basically like a witch, which is interesting.
I love that. I love witchy characters.
Yeah, I'll scroll down and let you see. Check out Miss Magius.
Woo!
Yeah. Big hat, cloak. We'll get to her when we hit Sinnoh. Next, we've got Unknown. Now, Unknown is really interesting. Are you aware of what Unknown's whole thing is?
No, but I just saw who's next, and it made me very excited.
Ah. Well, Unknown all come in different... Wait, what did I... Oh, that one. Hold on. Look at the stream here, and I'll see. Unknown. Unknown all come in different shapes. All of them match a letter of the alphabet. So the one in the picture that's on stream is F. Then we got A, B, C, D, E, F. All of them are like this. And what's said is that in ancient temples, unknown symbols are carved, but it's not known if English came first or if unknown did. So there's that, and then the anime applies this connection to Unknown with Arceus, and that they may be involved in the structure of the universe itself. So even though when you catch them and they can only learn one move, which I believe is Hidden Power, that whole implication and this idea of them being an ancient esoteric like entity is really awesome to me. There are always a lot of them in one place when you find them. So they give whatever location they're in an air of some importance. So they're an S tier for me, I think. Like lore-wise, that's just really cool.
Gaming Goalie has a lot of just obscure Pokemon knowledge, it would seem.
Talking Slowking appears in truth about Mysteries World Islands. I think he's running through the wiki.
Probably.
But yeah, here we go. Wobbuffet!
Yeah!
It's Wobbuffet! What else can you say about Wobbuffet? S tier. There's the whole idea as well that, did you know about this? That the tail may actually be Wobbuffet and the entire body is actually a decoy?
I did not.
Yeah, that's the idea, is that the eyes and the tail are actually Wobbuffet, like the actual creature, and the rest of the body is a punching bag decoy.
Oh my goodness.
Which makes sense then why its HP is so enormous, and everything else is kind of crappy. So yeah, Wobbuffet! Next we got Girafarig. Girafarig was my sister's favorite Pokemon for a while, just because of this whole, like... I have to say, its design is really eye-catching. And I really enjoy it. Originally, Girafarig was going to be two straight-up full-on giraffe bodies, like, back-to-back with each other, but then they reduced one of them to a small head on the back. And then it says here, Girafarig's rear head also has a brain, but it is small. The rear head attacks in response to smells and sounds. Approaching this Pokemon from behind can cause the rear head to suddenly lash out and bite. So, this is interesting. I do really enjoy this design. Like, this is for sure not a regular giraffe in any way. I wouldn't say it's among my absolute favorite, but I do like it. It's for sure a good design. So I'd put that in A. What do you think? It's normal psychic as well, which is interesting. You think A? Okay.
I think A.
So next we've got a set of bagworm Pokemon. This is Pineco. When you look at it, you'd think this is a pine cone with eyes, but this is a bagworm. The sac it's made around it just resembles a pine cone. So I think that's very cool, and with the second evolution in context for me, I'd put this in A. It's not just a pine cone. Because this boy evolves into Fortress. Check that out.
Ooh.
It reminds me of like a Da Vinci tank. And it can close the shell around its eyes so that just those spikes are sticking out, and it can shoot stuff out of them, and it gains the steel typing. I've always really enjoyed Fortress, personally. Like, he is just a really cool design. Like, just this ball of, like, steel and just power. It's really cool to me. So I'm putting this guy in S tier. What do you think?
That's good. Yeah,
S
that's
tier.
good.
Yeah. Okay, now. This is Dunsparce. Do you know about Dunsparce?
I think I do. I think I've seen them first, but not if they evolve or anything of that.
They do not evolve. These guys are based on a yokai that was essentially a very fat snake.
Wait, Tsushinoko?
Tsushinoko?
That's the only fat snake I know of.
Oh, that is definitely sushi right there that I'm seeing. Hold on. Yokai. Yolkai. God. Yes, yeah. Tsushinoko. Yep.
I love Tsushinoko.
It's based on Tsushinoko. Oh, there's a T in front. Okay, gotcha. So yeah, it's based on Tsushinoko. But the interesting thing about this is it is a pretty useless Pokemon. It's mono normal type. Apparently it's not that powerful. It doesn't have a good moveset. But it also hides away. It's rare. Like, it's a really hard to find Pokemon, generally speaking. And let me find some other Pokedex entries for Dunsparce. Because a lot of people just don't like Dunsparce. And I can kind of see why, but there's something about it that I like, that makes me like him.
I like them.
Let me find the Pokedex.
Tsushinoko. Now I like them.
I do like that origin, yeah. Let's see. When spotted, this Pokemon escapes backward by furiously boring into the ground with its tail. So yeah, it can bore into the ground with its tail. It hides deep inside caves where no light ever reaches it and remains virtually motionless there. Known to make its nest in complex shapes. Drill tip shell, burrow to the ground backward. The Pokemon is known to make its nest in complex shapes. It can fly just a little with its tiny wings. Makes maze-like nests. Boo-boo. Travels bedding into the ground. Diglett and Dunsparce share one another's tunnels happily. That's fun. That's fun little trivia. When it sees a person, it escapes. If you happen to find one, consider yourself lucky. This Pokemon's tiny wings have some scientists saying that Dunsparce used to fly through the sky in ancient times. They never get lost in their own nests. They can tell when they are. They can tell where they are by the scent of the dirt. So, what I find really interesting about this is that Dunsparce is essentially the Pokemon equivalent of a mole, but it's not a mole. Like, that's the really interesting thing to me. Is that they've made a mole that isn't at all based on a mole. So this is the first time they could have just gone with the just an animal idea, with a little bit of an enhancement, but instead they took Tsushinoko and just like completely turned it around and did this interesting thing with it. So, because of that, and because, frankly, I feel sorry for Dunsparce because so many people dislike it, it's going to S tier. Fuck all of you. Fuck all you haters of Dunsparce. He just wants to be alone. Fly mole. Okay, so here's Gligar.
Oh!
I'm
Little fella.
I'm not directing that at the chat. I'm directing it at just people who dislike Dunsparce. Yeah. Look at him.
Just a little devil
This
looking
dude
guy.
is straight up a flying scorpion. And that's terrifying.
I love that.
Yeah. He's also just got like he knows what's up. He knows he's a giant horrifying little shithead. Like look at him.
Bleh.
That's an S tier for me. I love Gligar, and especially
Yeah,
its evolution that it got in Sinnoh. Gliscor is really cool. Just say. So next we've got. Remember I mentioned that Onix had an evolution?
You did.
It's Steelix.
Yo! Yo!
Yeah. So the way you get Steelix is by trading Onix with a metal coat. So the idea is that during the trade, the metal coat covers it, and it evolves into Steelix. It replaces its rock type in the rock ground combo with steel type. Also, it's 30 fucking feet tall.
That is God.
Yep. So I love Steelix. I like Steelix way more than Onix. Onix is down here in A tier. Steelix is up here in S tier.
I agree.
But also, it got a fucking Mega Evolution.
Oh my goodness.
Look at this!
Yo!
Look at this! It became ferromagnetic. It's got pieces of steel hovering around it and fucking crystals jutting out of its sections. Look at the huge, like, bulldozer shit happening with his jaw. I love this.
This feels like something that could be in Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah, really. So, Mega Steelix is awesome. I really wish I'd never used one. I seriously regret that now. I really, really wanted to use a Mega Steelix. He's just so awesome. The shiny form is also a gold color, by the way. Like, it's like, it all looks like gold, which is awesome.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, Steelix is sweet. Next up, Snubble. It's the bulldog. It's the bulldog of Pokemon.
I love Snubble.
This is the thing. It's an interesting thing. In Pokedex entries, it's said that women are said to really enjoy Snubble. Like he's just really popular with women. Which is an interesting detail that's in the Pokedex entry. But also it's like it's got that whole like idea going on that it's like ugly cute.
It is. It's this big ugly cute.
I personally don't like him as like all that much, but I do enjoy him. Like especially his appearance in Detective Pikachu as Ken Watanabe's Pokemon, which is pretty great. So that's at least an A tier for me. I enjoy Snubble. Yeah, that's it. Despite this Pokemon's fierce-looking face, it is very playful and affectionate, making it a popular companion among women. Yeah. And then Snubble evolves into Granbull. This guy is like full, upright, horrifying bulldog.
A monster. I
yeah.
love it.
Yeah, he's like a pocket monster. Yeah, this is a monster. A lot of people don't like this design. Why? I don't know. It's a literal monster. It's exactly what the name says. Hey. There's a literal pocket monster. Cool fish. A lot of people forget that cool fish exists, and I'm not really that surprised because it's a puffer fish. I don't know if there's much else to...
Just a little fish.
Yeah, I don't know if there's much else to say about it. There's nothing that strictly sets it apart from pufferfish per se. It's a foot long, which, you know, is about right for pufferfish in real life. Would you say this is a B? I might apply this to B. Because I'm still good with it. Yeah, I'm still good with it, you know, but there's nothing that is strictly standing out about it. But it's for sure a Pokemon. It's not just an animal. Cool fish. Water poison type. Alright. So, Scyther. You remember Scyther?
Sorry, yes.
Green Blade Boy. It evolves into Scizor.
Ooh, I love that.
Scizor is fucking awesome and is immediately going into S tier. No questions asked.
Yes.
How is Seal in B tier? Because it's literally a seal. As a B tier is for literally, basically animals. And, yeah.
B tier is, yo, this is just a dog.
And that's still fine. That's still a good thing. I don't dislike them. They're just animals, you know? Which is fine. That's what Pokemon are. They're the Pokemon world's equivalent of animals. So
Cute
you had Scizor. What's that?
Somebody said, but it's cute. And cute does matter, yes. But it's just a seal. It is an adorable little guy. Lovely. Love him to pieces.
I love seals. Personally. Seals are, they're adorable. But there's a more adorable seal Pokemon in the future. So, alright, Scizor, fucking awesome. But it's got a Mega. Are you ready for this shit? This is Mega Scizor. Dear Lord, it looks like it wants to kill me.
It wants murder.
S tier. Holy Mother of God. Look at these claws. This shit is amazing.
It looks like it's I love it.
It looks like it's wearing power armor or some shit.
It does.
Yeah. So that's awesome. Next we've got Shuckle. Shuckle, I believe, is the only Bug Rock Pokemon. This boy is really interesting. I'm not exactly sure what it's based on. I think it's based on some kind of worm. What immediately comes to mind is like the worms that hide in apples, maybe. But I would place Shuckle in A tier normally, like, because he's definitely a distinctly Pokemon design. But here's the thing: through an immensely complicated set of circumstances that are all still completely possible, Shuckle can dish out the absolute most damage in one hit out of any Pokemon. I forget what circumstances there are for it, but let me get the exact number of damage that it can do. Let me see. So, given the correct circumstances, this Pokemon can dish out 721,898,981 damage.
Hell yeah. Beefy.
Yeah. It has to be in a really specific circumstance.
What is the circumstance?
Oh my god. Let me see. The most damage a Pokemon to deal. You'll be surprised. The Pokemon that can deal the most damage in a single attack is Shuckle. So let's see. It has to be a level 100 Shuckle. It has to go through a whole bunch of setup. Phew. Let's break this in parts. So, Helping Hand is a move, an increased priority move that raises base power of the target adjacent ally's move by 50%. So you have to have a Pokemon use Helping Hand on Shuckle first. and it'll increase its base power by 50%. In a triple battle, 2 Pokemon can use this move on Shuckle, raising its base power by 100%. Then you can have it hold a metronome. Each time a move is consecutively used, its power is boosted by 20%, up to a maximum increase of 100%. So you've got a 100% increase in power plus another 100% increase in power. Power Trick switches the user's attack stat with its defense stat. However, any boosts or reductions that have been applied to those stats are not switched. Shuckle's base defense is higher than any other Pokemon's base attack or defense. So then you get that increase in the attack stat. Skill Swap will exchange the abilities of the user and the target if the user switches out of battle before using this move. Its original ability will be restored. So we can change Shuckle's ability to Pure Power or Huge Power. Pure Power doubles the attack stat of the Pokemon, and so does Huge Power. So we're getting even more attack stat. You can modify Shuckle's attack to +6, and now you have a Pokemon that does 4 times more damage. Conversion changes the user's current types to the target's current type attack. So you can change you can change Shuckle's type to Ice type because the Pokemon the move you'll be using is Ice Ball. See, so by changing the user's type to Ice, you get the same type attack bonus, which is an increase. It's at +half the amount of damage that the move would normally do. Mimic allows the user to select up to one of the target's moves to copy, as well as a move's maximum PP. The user will retain the copied attack in Mimic's place until it faints or is switched out or the battle ends. Shuckle can learn it with Move Tutor. So you have Mimic use it on opposing Pokemon who uses Me First. If the foe has not made the first move, Me First copies any damage-dealing move that the target is about to use and increase the power by 50%. It will fail if the foe is using a non-damaging move. So use Me First against a slower Pokemon that is about to use Ice Ball. So you can't just teach Shuckle Ice Ball, you have to be going against a Pokemon that is about to use Ice Ball. Ice Ball does damage over 5 turns, increasing in power for each consecutive hit. If the Pokemon uses Defense Curl anytime before Ice Ball's power is doubled, which of course Shuckle would have Defense Curl because it's a defensive-based Pokemon. Ice Ball's power is doubled as long as the Pokemon remains in battle. If the attacking Pokemon has used Defense Curl and Ice Ball hits for a 5th consecutive time, the move will have a base power of 960, which is unprecedented for any Pokemon move. During Harsh Sunlight, the move Flower Gift increases the attack and special defense stats of the Pokemon with... the ability Flower Gift increases the attack and special defense stats of the Pokemon with the ability. It raises by 50%. Only Cherrim has this ability. Using a second Cherrim increases the effect. Reducing the opposing Pokemon's defense stat by 6 will deal 4 times more damage. And then you can get another 4 times more damage out of Noibat, if you have a Noibat, or a Noibat's in play. And then you can get Forest's Curse to take 8 times more damage against a Noibat specifically. And this results, all together, in a full damage output of 721,898,981.
Jesus Christ.
That is an extremely, extremely specific set of circumstances that have to be filled. But the amazing part is that it's possible. S tier. Jesus, Mother of God.
S tier indeed. Jesus Christ of Nazareth.
I bet you didn't expect that much talk about Shuckle. So, yeah. Because look at its other stats are dog shit. Like, it entirely survives using defense and special defense. It has some of the lowest HP, attack, special defense, and attack, or special attack and speed of any Pokemon. And yet it can dish out the most damage of any Pokemon. Way to beat the odds, Shuckle. You're awesome. Oh my gosh. Fuck, what was that next article's name? Huh? What, down here? I don't know what one you're talking about. Anyway, finally we can move on from Shuckle. Sorry we lingered on Shuckle for so long. It's just that needed to be pointed out. So, Heracross. Check it out. It's a giant rhino beetle. So, there's a lot of association with Heracross as one of Ash's Pokemon. It's an iconic Pokemon from the anime. And even though it is just an upright rhino beetle, this is awesome. Like, I love the way this looks.
I love him. He's great.
So, I can't dispute. May not be the most original design, but I like him a lot. Yeah, he's just really cool. So, despite, like, there's just something about him. There's just something about him that's just really good. But the cooler part is Heracross has a Mega Heracross. Jesus.
Bug!
Look at that boy. He's got like vents on his shit. His wings are gone and they've moved to his arms, which is really crazy. This shit is just awesome. S tier.
Brilliant. I support this.
Yeah. Did you know insects have a heroic connotation in Japan? Oh, okay, hence why he's fighting or hero type. Ah, I gotcha. Yeah, that's neat. Yeah, and his shiny is pink, yes. Next we've got Sneasel.
I love Sneasel.
Yeah. Sneasel, obviously, you know, a weasel, but dark ice type and is really, 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 really violent and mischievous. Sneasel's just a very good design, and so is its evolution. Honestly, I really love this. This is S tier for me. Both Sneasel and Weavile are really cool. Next, Teddiursa. Look at Teddiursa.
I love Teddiursa.
Teddiursa's adorable.
It's just a little teddy bear.
Teddiursa is A. The teddy bear got up and started walking around, which is great.
Yeah.
Kind of funny because there's a later Pokemon that looks even more like a teddy bear. Then we've got Ursaring.
This is a bear.
This is a bear, but look at those fucking claws.
Have you seen bear claws?
Like, I guess I haven't. Let me see. Oh, I got a food called bear claws. Wow, holy shit. My god.
That's why bears are such a threat. Woo. A smack from one of them, you're done for.
That's pretty horrifying, yeah. Ursaring.
Just a big bear.
Teddiursa and Ursaring are based on the Asian sun bear. Ah. Oh, I see it. Yeah. It's got that crest on its neck. Someone hasn't seen The Revenant. Yeah, I haven't seen The Revenant. Isn't that movie about that guy getting chased just by a bear for ages? Oh. Okay, well, the big thing that sets Ursaring apart from regular bears is like this giant O on its chest. But then again, that's what the Asian sun bear has. I don't know what it is personally, but I just like him. Like, I like him a little more than just putting him in B tier. Like, he is just a bear, yes. But there's just something about him that I really enjoy, you know? I think
He is a good boy.
I think I'm gonna put him in A tier. I don't know why I'm drawn to do that, but he's just really interesting to me. I don't know what it is. Any other day I'd probably put him under B tier, but I'm just like, yeah, Ursaring. I don't know, maybe it's just because he comes off as so dangerous to me. I don't know. It's Slugma!
Slug!
I don't know why I thought Slugma was a Hoenn Pokemon for so long. He's definitely a Johto Pokemon. Slugma is like a shark in a way. Is he? Slugma's circulatory system is composed entirely of magma, which delivers vital nutrients and oxygen to its organs in order to prevent its body from cooling and hardening. That's interesting. Neither sleeps nor ever stops moving. Wow. If its body does begin to cool, it will become brittle and may break apart. Damn. That's metal. Thought he was Hoenn too until I saw the Johto Journeys episode. Yeah. I honestly really do like Slugma's design. I'd put him in A tier for me.
Yeah, he's very gooey.
Very gooey, all magma. Then we've got Macargo. Lava Snail. I've always enjoyed Macargo. Like, I really do like Macargo. Such a Pokemon design. Like, this is an S tier for me. World killer. Yeah. Yep, Macargo's internal body temperature, it can reach over 18,000 degrees Fahrenheit, which as far as I'm aware is actually hotter than the surface of the sun, if I recall. So yeah. That's its internal temperature. So that's terrifying. Fire rock type, which is really cool. Oh, got a yawn, hold on. Here. Sun surface temperature is 5,000 Kelvin. That's 18,000 degrees Fahrenheit in Kelvin.
Warm snail.
Yep. 18,000 degrees Fahrenheit is 10,000 Kelvin, so he's twice as hot as the sun inside. So, yep, that's horrifying. Check it out, it's Swinub. Look at him.
Little pig. Little hog.
The hungry hog. So what I love with this line... Aw, yeah. What I love with this line is that they've mixed hog influence with mammoth influence. It's a furry hog. Such an underrated cutie. Yeah, he is adorable. You know what? Swinub's going an S tier for me. I love Swinub. Let me...
Swinub is a good boy.
Swinub. If I remember right... Hold on. Goif? Gif. Yes! Yes! I was right! Look at this idle animation on the stream. Look at this.
I'm having a look, It's taking a minute to load. Oh!
He's just sniffing around. I love him. He's so adorable. Smell. Oh, I love it. I didn't realize how much I loved Swinub until now. Oh, he's so cute. Okay, yeah. Swinub, for sure, S tier. He be sniffing. Yeah, he do. He evolves into Piloswine. One of the only 3D models that keeps the characterization of the Pokemon. I feel a lot of them downgrades in terms of animation. I kind of agree, yeah. Like, compared to the Genius Sonority games, yeah. But yeah, Piloswine, this is where this influence comes from. It's both like a... it's both like a furry hog. It's both a hog and like a woolly mammoth. Which is really neat. I wouldn't say I like him. Oh my gosh. I wouldn't say I like him quite as much as Swinub. What do you think?
I think he's pretty great. I think he's either just beneath or on the same level as Swinub for me.
I guess I'd agree. Like, I love the shag in front of his eyes. He's got charm.
I love his big tusks.
Yeah, that's an S tier. Okay, next up we got Corsola. Check it out. It's living coral.
And it's cute.
Water rock coral. That's an A for me. But here's an interesting thing. Galar has their own version of Corsola. It lives in the wild area. And the wild area is said to apparently have once been an ocean base. An ocean basin. That had a coral reef. So when the water dried up, all of the coral died.
Oh.
So Galarian Corsola is dead coral.
Aww.
And it's a ghost type, and it's very sad. Like, this is dark as fuck. The bits that are coming out of it here are actually not there. That's its ghostly form. It's like this smooth rock, and these ghostly extensions come out of it, and it looks like what bleached coral looks like.
Hey, Pokemon fans. You like Galarian forms? Is a Galarian form for Corsola? They fucking die!
Yep, bleached coral. It looks exactly like this.
It's just coral bones.
Yep. And also, this Galarian form has an evolution. So since we're on Galarian Corsola, I'd put this in A tier as well. Like, it's dark. But I wouldn't say it's too especially different. Gotta go see you later. Thank you for popping in.
Goodbye,
Corsola
gaming
design-wise, it's just sadder. But it has an evolution called Cursola. Let me pull it up. Here is Cursola.
I hate and love that.
Yeah. Shell is overflowing with heightened otherworldly energy. The ectoplasm serves as protection for the Pokemon's core spirit. So, it's like broken apart. You have this dead Corsola's, like, in the center, and it's surrounded by its ectoplasm. But look at this. It's got like a sad face.
It does.
Like a
It's got
suffering
two sad
face.
faces.
Yeah. So, Cursola is just terrifying. And it just makes me sad. So let me get down here and find Cursola. There it is. Come on up with me, Cursola. I put this at S tier though.
Yeah.
Like, this evolution of a dead, like, Corsola in such a sad state. It's just, The long black tendrils of wings. There, of course, looks like a creepypasta almost. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, yeah. What's this one? Oh, Totem Pokemon. Okay. Next, we got Remoraid. So, here's something that flies in the face of real life in its entirety.
Fish.
Remoraid's a fish, yes. Remoraid evolves into Octillery. Do you see the problem here?
Yeah.
We've got a fish evolving into an octopus. But here's the thing. I just love that reaction. Yeah, that was really good. But here's the thing. This is not a fish evolving into an octopus, okay? This is a gun evolving into a cannon. Do you see what I'm saying?
Range and artillery.
Yes. Octillery is artillery.
And
Range and
Remoraid.
artillery. Raid and artillery. Yep. So, Remoraid is actually based off of a handgun. The water they shoot from their mouths can hit moving prey from more than 300 feet away.
It's just a fucking gun.
It's a straight up gun. So, we've got Remoraid, little gun, evolving into Octillery, a fucking octopus cannon because of the mount. You know, its tentacles are mounted, keep it in place, and then it fires
It's
giant
little mounted. It's like
cannons.
those little octopus guys from Mario.
Yeah, yeah. Or like Zelda, yeah, they're like Octoroks. Remoraid is also
Is
needed
it-
to evolve another Pokemon. Is it?
What does it become?
I don't think it does. I think it just happens to be associated. You'll find out. You know, I don't think that needs a Remoraid, but I'll check once we get to it here. We're about to get to that. So just because of that awesome inspiration, like how well hidden that inspiration is until you look into it, this is S tier for me. I love this.
Fair enough. What's the Pokemon though, Neon?
We're about to get to it here. First though, we got to stop at Santa Owl. It's Delibird.
Delibird.
Delibird's A. He's good. I like the Santa influence, the bagtail. It's all good. But here, it's Mantine. Cause look at that. You see that Remoraid under there?
Yeah.
It's like a pilot fish.
Or
Swimming along,
Remora.
eating what's with it. But here's the thing. Mantine is water flying. Mantine is a jet. And Remoraid, it's a fighter jet. And Remoraid is its gun.
Oh my god. Oh my fucking god.
Yep. Now, Neon is saying that Mantine got a baby evolution called Mantike. And he's saying that you need Remoraid to evolve Mantine into Mantike into Mantine. But I've never heard that before.
I mean, I
Evolving
guess it makes sense, given that they're together and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like Slowpoke. Do you need a Shelder for your Slowpoke to evolve?
No, Slowpoke just evolves straight up.
Huh.
According to Cerebi, evolving Mantike requires you to level it up while you have a Remoraid in the party. Really? Mantike. We'll get to Mantike here later, but I'm just saying right now, Mantike is S tier. I love the shit out of Mantike. He's so adorable.
Baby. It's
I
baby.
have an unevolved Mantike in my Hoenn party. He's level 100. I leveled him all the way up to level 100, and I don't regret it because he's adorable. Mantike and Manta Kirby. We never knew we needed. Mantike is the Manta Kirby we never knew we needed. He is like Kirby. Ah.
Ba-ba-da.
Okay, let's see.
Ba-ba-da.
Scroll down here. Breed holding wave incense, and you'll get a Mantike. Level up with
What is
Okay.
that?
I see. What?
At
What?
the bottom.
What down here?
Yeah, just the weird thing that is... Oh, is that the back of it?
Oh,
okay.
yeah, that's the back. Yeah, Mantike has a smiley face on its back.
Okay. I was about to say, what the fuck does it turn into?
No, yeah. Yeah, it's just the pattern on its back. It's got a smiley face. I forget what the
Oh,
pattern
that-
on Mantine's back is. I need to look again.
I was about to say, look how they massacred my boy.
But yeah, you do. So you can level up Mantike at any point. Like, you can evolve it into Mantine at any point, as long as you have a Remoraid in the party, and you level it up. That's interesting. It's one of the only Pokemon to work this way, and I love it. Yeah, that's great. Oh my gosh, there's so much charm with this. Okay, let me go to Mantine and see what's on Mantine's back. I don't think it's anything specific, but, let's see. Oh yeah, it's just got, like, 2 circles on its back. It's got a circular pattern. So, like, the smiley disappears, and the eyes remain as just black dots.
Fake eyes.
Yeah.
Like how tigers have the white dots on the back of their
Yeah.
eyes. The creatures think they're watching still, so they
Yeah,
don't
you're
attack
right.
from... Which fits the whole fighter
Oh.
jet aesthetic of keeping their eye out.
Yeah. I also just realized Mantine's shiny form is Mantike's regular color palette.
That's adorable.
That's great. I love that. Okay, well, yeah. So, Mantine, S tier. For sure. These design elements are all so good. I love how they relate to each other. So you could have like a water military team by having Remoraid, Mantine, and Octillery, which is kind of fun. Okay, we're getting closer to the end. We've got Skarmory. We're getting close to the end of Johto. I'm gonna go into Hoenn and go through Hoenn. We'll take a break between this and the start of Hoenn. But Skarmory, fucking
Bird.
sword bird.
I like. I'm a bird.
You can guess where this is going. That's S tier, because that is fucking awesome.
That is
Boom.
pretty sick.
I don't know how it's able to fly, given that it's coated in metal, but it does. And I mean, I don't have to worry about that. It's not my science to figure out. Loved Skarmory ever since I saw it appear in Mystery Dungeon as a minor boss. Yeah. It's implied that Wave Incense keeps Remoraid away on hatching, preventing it from growing into its full form. Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, yeah, because if you breed Mantine, it'll just create another Mantine, won't it? Yeah. Ah, that makes sense. That's such a cool... Ah, I love it. That's so cool. Mantine and Mantine, man. I love them. Alright, Houndour. Take a look at Houndour. It's got this black and red color.
I agree with you that he is way more than dog.
Yes.
But I can't help but look at him and think he's like one of those Instagram pets that people dress up for Halloween. He's just a nobody. That's why he's so grumpy. He's like, for fuck's sake.
I can see that, yeah. Like, this design is still great, especially given its evolution. So I'm putting this one in A tier, but its evolution makes this a lot less apparent. Because Houndoom is straight up a devil dog.
Hell yeah.
Literally.
I love Houndoom.
Houndoom is fucking sick. Black Dog or Church Grim, yeah. He's essentially a devil dog. So, Houndoom is going at S for me. I really like Houndoom's design. Mixed with Hellhounds, of course, yeah. But guess what? He got a Mega Evolution. Check out Mega Houndoom. Holy shit!
Dog!
I want Mega Evolution back so bad because I have an Angels and Demons team of Pokemon, and Houndoom is part of it. Not just because of its base form, but also because of this, and it's amazing. Dear word, I forgot about Mega Houndoom.
Reading its little bio there made me kind of sad.
Its red claws or the tips of its tail are melting from the high internal pressures that are painful to Hound and salty. Yeah, that came from the Ultra games. Or that came from like Sun and Moon, Ultra and Ultra Moon. For whatever reason, they gave all of the Mega Evolutions these really sad Pokedex entries. I don't get why. Because it completely flies in the face of what Mega Evolution's purpose was. Mega Evolution is a sign of a strong bond between a trainer and their Pokemon.
Maybe it's that they will put themselves through that for you.
Yeah, that could be, yeah. Like they put themselves through it for you. But one of the Dex entries says that a Pokemon really doesn't like taking the form of its Mega Evolution. Like, it felt like they were trying to steer people into disliking Mega Evolution, which I don't appreciate. So fuck that. I do like the idea though that yes, they're putting that self through it for you because they trust you. Yeah. I still Mega Houndoom is fucking just awesome. It's really really cool. Okay, so you remember Horsey and Seadra, yes?
Yes.
And you sent me that picture of a sea dragon.
Mm-hmm.
And I mentioned that there's an evolution that it has later that has horns like that. Well, meet Kingdra.
Woo! I like that.
Kingdra is water dragon, which of course plays on the sea dragon. Horsey and Seadra don't have dragon typing, I believe. But let me see. I put them in S tier anyway because their designs are just awesome, and Kingdra's right up there with them. They're great.
Hell yeah.
Next, Fanpy. Baby elephant. Baby ground elephant. You might need an S plus tier at this point. Yeah, maybe. That would just be where my absolute personal favorite Pokemon would be. An S plus. Darkrai would be up there, as well as a few others. But let me tell you right now, that probably wouldn't thin it out a whole lot. Just saying. If S plus is where my absolute favorite Pokemon go, there would only be a few up there, because there are only a specific few that I have really personal attachments to. Anyway, Phanpy, it's clearly not an elephant. Like, no elephant looks like this. You could not confuse it for a real-life elephant in any way. But I wouldn't say, like, this is one of my absolute favorite designs, but it's still a very good design. So that's an A tier for me. It is adorable, though. Like, it has to be said. Let me check on something really quick. Okay, that's cool. Just making sure my stream's good. Phanpy is cute. Downfan is cool, but strikingly different. Yes, so Phanpy evolves into Donphan. This guy is interesting. It's like they combined an elephant with an armadillo, because this guy, like, rolls up into a wheel and attacks like that by rolling into things. Or he, like, turns into a tire, which is really cool. His design looks sturdy and scary. Yeah, oh my gosh, I never noticed the back part has tire treads, yep. He's basically an elephant tire, which is interesting. I'd put him in S, I think. His design is really stark and interesting. Okay, you remember Porygon?
Yeah.
In this region, they upgraded his software to travel, I believe, to space, if I remember correctly. And that gives us Porygon 2!
Food!
He's a drinking bird!
I love that.
Let me see. This Pokemon, updated with special data, Porygon 2 develops itself by learning about many different subjects all on its own. So that's really cool. Porygon 2 is a definite win, design-wise. Porygon 2 is great in the competitive sphere because it can hold Eviolite to boost its defense and be even better. I love it so much. Cool. I just really like the design. The design is wonderful. It's a nice progression of, like, the really starkly polygonal design that Porygon has by turning into, like, a smooth model. Where did I put Porygon on here? I'm sure I must have put him in S tier, probably. Yeah, there he is, in S tier. And that's exactly where Porygon 2 also deserves to go. The Drinking Bird influence is really great as well. And in battle, he actually does do the Drinking Bird thing. Like, Porygon kind of just kicks around and looks around. Porygon 2, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. He's like doing this like bopping back and forth.
What a cutie.
And I remember in battle he'll go actually fully down to the ground and then come back up. It's very fun. So yeah, Porygon 2 is S and deserves to be an S. I love most of the man-made Pokemon. Yeah, they're very cool. So next we got Stantler. Stantler is Dan's favorite Pokemon from Game Grumps. Which is interesting. This guy is basically a slightly psychic moose. I think I put this guy in low A tier. Because you definitely can't confuse it. It's not just a deer, clearly. Like these balls on the horns and just the shape of the horns
And the
give
tail.
that away. Yeah, and the tail, yeah. Pensmon to be a bit weird looking in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, it does look a little weird, but there are moose. Like, moose are weird, you know? They have this kind of facial shape. The facial shape is clearly based on that of a moose. For sure.
Did I go definitely, or are you okay?
No, I'm good. I just stopped for a sec. Okay, so next we got Smeargle. The artist Pokemon. It do art. That's basically all I got to say about it. It's wearing a little beret, it's adorable. It's a Pokemon.
S.
You want that, Ness?
He's a little art boy, yes.
He's a little art boy indeed. But use the tail to paint, which is a really great little detail. Okay, so Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan. The spring-legged one and the one with the boxing gloves. Remember them?
Yes.
So they added a pre-evolution, Tyrogue. He's like a scrappy little kid. He's like a trainee before evolving into one of his disciplines as Hitmonlee or Hitmonchan. Which is really neat. I love that idea. Design-wise, I think he'll go an A, and like the concept of him is also really nice. I'd put him like a mid to high A. Yeah. So with Machop, yeah, Machop was an A. Yeah. So that checks out. But then also they added an extra evolution, an extra direction, where Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan are like kicking and punching focused. Hitmontop is the best of both worlds, and it's also a top.
Oh my goodness.
So that I really enjoy about Hitmontop. Let's see, where did I put Hitmonlee and Chan? Can't find him. Do you remember where I put them by chance?
Nope.
Probably put them in A, if I'm being honest with myself. Where did I put them? For sure they're not in B. Where are they on the tier list? I'm trying to get a mental idea of where I can put Hitmontop by comparison. Hitmontop is so odd, but I like him for that. I like that he's odd. I can never solidify an opinion, yeah. I like the whole best of both worlds idea of him. And the whole top thing going on is really cool to me. I just can't find the other things. What number are they? Hitmonlee. Okay, he was like right near Marowak. I saw Marowak for sure. There they are. So they should be like here. So he's probably down here. Why can't I find these guys? What else is around them? Hitmonchan. Lickitung. Oh, there they are. Okay, so yeah, I put them in A. Alright. Hitmontop. I do like him more. I think I like him more than Hitmonlee and Chan, but I'll still put him in A. I think. Now we've got a baby evolution for Jinx. Did you know that existed? You ready for baby Jinx? It's Smoochum. She wants to smooch.
Smooch.
Smoochum's okay. I'm cool with Smoochum. Smoochum could go an A for me, I think. Elekid. Another Pokemon I've never had a solid opinion of. Yeah. Let's see. Electivire and Magmar I put in A. Which I'd also put Elekid and Magby as well up there. These two are pretty good baby Pokemon. I love the little, like, plug thing on top of Elekid's head. And just, these two are pretty good. I like them. Check out Miltank. It kind of makes me uncomfortable.
A little.
I'm so cool with Miltank, though. Like, it's clearly... Miltank is Cal. It is Cal. Yes. Yeah, Miltank... But here's the other thing about Miltank. Some people have had the idea that Miltank... should share, like, an evolution with Tauros. I believe Tauros is only male, Miltank is only female, which makes sense. Which is a pretty neat idea. Just want to say. If you can have like a baby like calf Pokemon that they split from, that would be pretty neat. I'm cool with Miltank. I think it's clearly a little more than just a cow. Like, it's bipedal, first off. It stands upright. So, yeah. So no, that just narrowly dodges B tier. It's Blissey! Chansey evolves into Blissey, and I really, really enjoy Blissey.
Blissey's nice.
Blissey also has an immense health pool, damn. Yeah, Blissey is S tier for me. I really like Blissey.
Blissey is S tier.
And now we're on the Legends of Johto. It's Raikou. Saber-tooth electric cat.
Love that for them.
I'm cool with Raikou. I have Raikou was one of a Pokemon card I had that really sticks out in my head. So Raikou is for sure S tier.
S
for me.
for Raikou.
Then we got Entei.
Oh,
Entei,
hell yeah.
Entei is really cool. I love the clouds coming off of his back. And the whole, just this whole lava / volcano vibe I get from him.
I'm already sold on that first sentence of his bio.
Yeah, Entei embodies the passion of magma. Yeah. I think, like, design-wise, the legendary dogs have a lot more going on than the birds. I have to say, the birds are an A tier. So honestly, I'll stick Entei up with Raikou, and Suicune. Suicune is obviously also S tier. Like, Suicune is iconic. The compassion of pure spring water. Entei is the passion of magma. What was Raikou? The speed of lightning. Okay. It's interesting. It's also called the legendary beasts. Yeah. So next, we've got Larvitar. We're in this. These are the pseudo legendaries of Johto.
Oh, little guy.
So here's the thing. Larvitar evolves into Pupitar, and then Pupitar evolves into Tyranitar. I've told you about my feelings about Tyranitar already, haven't I?
That you love them?
Yes, but do you know, did I tell you why?
Godzilla.
Fuck yes, dude. S tier. All of them, S tier.
S tier.
Boom. There they are. And, amazingly, something that I definitely know I haven't told you before, Tyranitar has a Mega.
Woo!
This is Mega Tyranitar.
Whoa.
And holy mother of shit. That's horrifying.
How is that only 8 foot?
Yeah, 8 foot tall, yeah. Tyranitar is based off of a mix of influences, including Godzilla and some Ultraman villains that were visually similar, and use the same roars as well. Yeah, I know. And it works really well. Yes, it does. Mega Tyranitar is Space Godzilla. Essentially Space Godzilla, yes. Have you seen Space Godzilla before, Junk?
Nope.
Yeah, Space Godzilla. On stream, here is Space Godzilla.
Oh.
He's literally Godzilla from space. Not much else to it. I can see where the influences came from, though, like with the broad shoulder spikes on Mega Tyranitar, and the kind of crown that he's got. So that's pretty neat. Next, we've got Lugia. I really like Lugia. I personally like Lugia more than Ho-Oh, even though Ho-Oh is more colorful. Here's Ho-Oh. He's like a Mayan phoenix, which is really neat.
Bird. I like the bird.
But Lugia I like more.
Lugia, yeah. Lugia's more iconic. I know Lugia.
Yeah. But here's the other thing. There's an extra form on here that is distinct enough from regular Lugia that I have to bring it up. This is Shadow Lugia. On stream, you'll see here.
Mm-hmm.
Shadow Lugia is... no, I shouldn't do that. Hold on. Shadow Lugia is from the GameCube Pokemon games. Yeah, this is a decent one. He is the result of a program that takes Pokemon and closes their hearts to empathy. And they become essentially merciless creatures. Meant for battle and nothing else. When that happens, a shadowy aura appears around them. So there's some kind of mysterious force that this creates that emanates from them as a result of closing their hearts. But regular Shadow Pokemon don't have a color palette swap like this. Regular Shadow Pokemon will just have that aura around them that's only visible to certain people, and they can be purified and returned to regular state. The whole point of Shadow Lugia is that he was so effectively transformed that he has lost the ability to be purified.
Jesus.
Now, in the game, you actually can purify Shadow Lugia. It just takes a lot of effort. But frankly, when you have a Shadow Pokemon that doesn't disobey you, because some of the Shadow Pokemon will go into a state of disobedience, Shadow Lugia just doesn't disobey you and looks fucking badass. So, obviously, the design is just a color palette swap, but it works so well and enhances Lugia's design in such an effective way that Shadow Lugia is also an S tier, for sure.
Yeah.
So, like this is how extra forms are differentiated. Like, inside games. Like, these other ones are just nothing to add on. This is Pikachu wearing a costume. This is Onyx but crystal, and from specifically the anime. This is Mewtwo but wearing armor. This is Sudowoodo but covered in effectively gold paint. Like, these aren't anything. Shadow Lugia is something. And that's also why I included Shadow Mewtwo up here, because he is distinct from regular Mewtwo and has an interesting and proper origin.
Yeah.
I didn't like the GameCube mainline games. I love the GameCube games. They're really fun to me.
They're not just Pikachu with hat.
Yes. And then we got Ho-Oh. I'm cool with Ho-Oh as well. I would still put him in S tier because his design is extremely strong. So there's that. And now we've got Johto's equivalent to Mew, Celebi. Celebi is a time-traveling, forest-guarding little onion fairy. And it's adorable. It's I mean, you can't go wrong with the tiny legendaries. They're so nice. Tiny mythicals. And with that, we're finished with Johto. We're finished with it an hour before stream ends.
Yeah.
So with that, I'm unsure of what to do because we still have an hour left. So should we start on Hoenn, or should we do something else?
I'm not sure. It's up to you, but either way, we should have a little break.
Yeah, definitely. I was gonna take a break after this anyway. I think we'll go ahead and take a break, walk away for a little bit, do whatever we need, and then we'll at least start on Hoenn until stream end. Does that sound good?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I will throw up, we'll go right back, and yeah, I will go ahead and jump off and stretch and stuff, and we'll be right back.
Yep. I shall return shortly.
Okay, I'll also hop off. I'll mute my microphone, and when you come back, you can chat and whatever you feel like with chat.
Roughly how much time have we got for a little break?
I go with like a 5-10 minute break.
Okay.
Sound alright? Yeah. Here, I know. I can put up the 5-minute timer. Then we'll go with like a 5-minute break. Actually.
Alright.
Because I happen to have that on hand. Okay, so yep. We'll be right back.
I return.
Hello, I'm back. How long has the timer been off? Can't tell.
A little bit. It had 15 seconds when I got back.
Okay, cool. Took about 5 minutes to make a sandwich. Yeah! I've got a sandwich.
Made a plate with sausages, potatoes, greens, and applesauce.
Yes. So hello, Levi. Thank you. I'm glad you do like the streams. I understand these streams probably aren't a big draw. These Pokemon ones, and they are a little exhausting for me, and I'm sure for you as well, Chung.
Indeed.
But
The pursuit of knowledge.
pursuit of knowledge, pursuit of ranking all of the best Pokemon. So yes, it's Hoenn time. Hoenn is my home region. So this is where I really may need you to help rein me in, because
It's Ohio?
I love all of these Pokemon. Yeah, of course it's Ohio. Hoenn is Ohio. So yeah, we only have the hour left, but I'm telling you, we'll go through these rapidly if you don't rein me in, because I love all of these guys. So first up is Trico, the grass type starter.
The name Trico.
Yeah, the grass type starter of Hoenn. He's great. He appeared in the anime, which is the Hoenn anime is around the time when I joined in. So I believe Trico was actually already a Grovyle. So I have very fond memories of I believe Ash's Grovyle. So Trico, like most starters, is S tier for me. And on top of that, so is Grovyle. Grovyle is one of the few midway evolutions that really, just really work. So I'd say Grovyle works really nicely, as well as the signature move he had for a while, Leaf Blade, being sharp grass blades on its wrists, which are freaking sweet. And then Sceptile. Sceptile is fucking cool. With this giant tail and the pods on his back. He's like a...
He looks sick.
Yeah, all these guys are in the gecko sort of inspiration. And also, Sceptile has a Mega. Behold Mega Sceptile, who gains a dragon typing.
Ooh, big boy.
Yeah. So, Mega Sceptile is also S. All of the Hoenn starters have Mega Evolutions because they remade Hoenn when they introduced Mega Evolution. So, that's very cool. Here's why he got a lead role in Mystery Dungeon. Oh, yeah, yeah. So then, we've got Torchic! Look at Torchic!
So bird.
It's a baby chick!
Littlest bird.
There's only one difference, physiologically, between male and female Torchic.
And this would be?
It's only visible when you look at it from the back. And it is... Sorry. I'm pulling it up. So, I don't know if you can quite tell, but on this picture I pulled up on stream, here's the male, and here's the female.
The
Do you see
female's
what-
covered up by the picture of the Pokemon.
What's that?
The female's
it's-
covered up by the picture of
Oh
the
shoot,
tortoise.
okay, hold on. Let me do this. No, let me do this. Here we go. Is that better?
Yes.
So this is the male, this is the female. Do you see the difference?
I don't think so.
Do you
No.
see this? Do you see this dot right here?
I thought that was a speck on my screen.
Nope. Male Torchic has a dot on his butt. And that's it.
Wait,
That's
look
the
how
only
beautiful-
way of telling. So, that's amazing. That doesn't elevate it even further beyond. I don't know what doesn't. Or I don't know what does, rather. So, Torchic evolves into Combuskin. I really like Combuskin. All these guys are based on the cockfighting roosters.
Hmm.
So starting with Combuskin, they gain the fighting type, which is pretty neat. I have fond memories of Maze Combuskin, so that's definitely in there. And then they evolve into Blaziken. And holy shit, is this thing fucking cool. Look
That
at
is
this dude.
cool. That's just a man. I love that.
Chicken Man! It's like a kickboxing chicken, fire chicken. Blaziken has a Mega Evolution. Behold Mega Blaziken.
Jesus.
You'll never guess where that's going. That's right, S tier. Boom. And then we have my little guy. It's Mudkip.
Mudkip!
Wait, I just realized I was stacking a bunch of stuff after Darkrai. Where's Darkrai? There you go. He needs to be out here because he's Sinnoh. Okay. Mudkip was my starter. I love Mudkip and his entire evolution line. So there can be no talking me down from this. The entire Mudkip line for me is S tier. I love these little guys. This little blue Mudfish evolves into Marshtomp, a slightly derpy Mudfish,
I love that.
and then he evolves into Swampert, who is just a big hulking fucker. Big hulking water ground Mudfish. Blah. And then that gets even more pronounced with Mega Swampert. I'm so glad he has a Mega. This is Mega Swampert.
Buckaroo.
He is fucking jacked.
He's ready to go. He's
Gen 3
ready
does
to
have a lot of good mid stages. What's that?
He's ready to scrap.
Oh yeah. Big ass arms. It's also great as Swampert's shiny is pink. So that's fun. Then we've got Hoenn's dog Pokemon. This is Poochyena.
Ah! Puppy!
They're based on hyenas. So we've got Poochyena. I'm cool with Poochyena. I really love Poochyena. I'd put him at A. And then there's Mightyena.
Dog.
Whoa. Now you can really see the full hyena influence coming out with this.
Kind of. I love hyenas a lot. So in my little head, if it doesn't look exactly like a hyena, it's not a hyena to me.
This guy's also
The
A tier for me.
The tail thing I like, because I think that's what hyenas do. They hold their little tails up.
Right. Next we've got Zigzagoon.
I love them.
I just really like Zigzagoon. Again, this is probably my Hoenn bias, but this is an S tier for sure. I love his crazy zigzagginess. When he's when he does moves, he always runs in a zigzag. They're completely incapable of just running straight. And then Galar gave them an alternate form. They have a Galarian form. So this is Galarian Zigzagoon. He's a punk rocker!
I love the little punk boy!
This is very good. And it went in with Team Yell's whole aesthetic, which was interesting.
Its restlessness has it constantly running around. If it sees another Pokemon, it will purposefully run into them in order to start a fight.
Yep. He's gained
That's
the dark
British.
typing.
British.
That's a British thing, yeah. And then, so we have Zigzagoon again. Regular Zigzagoon. Normal type, no dark. Evolves into Linoon. Now these guys can only run straight, and it's typically very hard for them to stop.
I like them. Long.
Taking a bite. Well,
It's okay.
they literally have an arrow on their head. Look at that.
Aang? The last Airbender?
Once again, personal attachment, S tier for these guys. And here's Galarian. Here's Galarian Linoon. Whoop.
Oh, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. Where else would it go but S tier?
That's a
And
little
here's-
punk rock boy. I love that.
Mm-hmm. Now here's another cool thing. Galarian Linoon got an evolution. Regular Linoon does not evolve again, but Galarian Linoon does. It evolves into Obstagoon. So where we had zigzag and lines, we now have an obstacle. And this is Obstagoon.
This is literally just a member of the band Kiss.
Yep. Essentially, yeah.
Kiss was British, weren't they? Or were they Americans?
Ozzy Osbourne.
Ah,
don't
no,
know.
Kiss. Let me look them up. Because
Oh,
if
shit.
I
Who led Kiss again? I forget who led Kiss. Gene Simmons.
yeah,
Why did I think
he
Ozzy
literally
Osbourne?
was a Kiss member. Oh, it's an American rock band.
Okay, yeah. American rock band, yeah. I'm
Bit
not
of a
entirely
weird-
sure. Let me show you Team Yell, because I don't know if this has any basis in with British specifically. So here, these guys are Team Yell, and they're just like super fans, frankly.
They feel very much like the British punk alt scene.
I see. Yeah.
The punk rock was a massive thing over here from like the mid 1970s. Punk rock was huge. Like we got Sex Pistols. That's a popular band that came from here.
Yep.
Think. I just know Sex Pistols because they're one of my favorite ones. Yeah.
Now these guys are really supportive of this specific trainer in the league, whose name is Marnie. And this is Marnie. So does her aesthetic look familiar?
Yeah. This is gonna sound like such a lie, but because I've always been in kind of like the alt scene in my years, I have seen a lot of people who dress just kind of like that in England, especially in Birmingham.
Gotcha. So then, the leader of Team Yell is the dark type gym leader, Pierce. And this is Pierce.
Yep.
So, like skull boots, the big black and white hairstyle. Yeah.
It feels quite fitting.
So here's the other thing that I also did actually want to ask you about related to this. His hometown is a town called Spikemouth. And it's just kind of a rundown, abandoned town. Is there a place like this in the UK? Like,
the name makes me think of Bournemouth.
okay.
But I don't know if that fits because it's like a coastal town in like the south coast of England.
Well, Spikemouth is actually kind of on the coast. It's like sort of in the this is its location on the map here, and this would be like, because remember the Galar region's upside down, so this is like the center roughly of the UK here, and Spikemouth is just sort of off to the side here. And the kind of story with it is that Pierce really like loves his hometown, and when the league started adopting power spots to do Dynamaxing, and he was trying to convince him to move his gym to a power spot, Pierce didn't want to move, so he just had his gym be a place that doesn't have Dynamaxing. And because of that, no one visits the town, and it's just sort of a dead place. I don't know if that description applies to any location in the UK or not, if that's an actual parallel or if that's just for this region.
We have a lot of places ending in muth, like Portsmouth, Bournemouth, Plymouth, Great Yarmouth, Dartmouth, Falmouth, Weymouth, Exmouth.
Damn, okay.
I'll have a look at Plymouth. Plymouth is a bit more popular.
Plymouth? Okay. Either way, anyway, Obstagoon, an evolution of Galarian Linoon, is S tier. So let me just find him real quick. Oh, God. So difficult finding Pokemon on this. God, looking at this now, I see just how many Galarian Pokemon have Gigantamax forms. Where is it? He's after Berserker. Ah, there he is. I'm doing this. I probably should have done Berserker, but we'll just wait till we get there now. Okay. So, well, what do you think with the whole Spike Myth thing?
I think it's great. I love it. Especially living in somewhere that people would call is a bit shitty. I feel represented.
It does have a gym. I will say Piers is the first ever Dark-type gym leader. There were no other Dark-type gyms until Piers and his gym. So that was just the first of the series. And there was a place in Alola that was actually quite similar to Spike Myth, but not as Spike Myth isn't as trashed as the place in Alola was. So, yeah. Alright. Moving on. Hoenn's Route 1 bug is Wurmple.
Wurmple. It's a little bug.
Wurmple's a good bug. He's a little buggy boy. He's an A. Wurmple evolves into Silcoon. Typical of these guys. And then, the one that matters, Silcoon evolves into Beautifly.
I love them.
Beautifly is wonderful. That's going into S tier.
I know we've moved on from it, but really quickly, this is just sending you a picture of that's just some results for googling British punk. That was the style.
Oh yeah, that's totally it. Yep.
Yeah.
Team Yell just focuses on a purple highlight color.
They've got their theme. I like that for them.
Yep. Purpley pink kind of color. So then, I forget what is the dependent, like what actually does this, but Wurmple can evolve into either Silcoon or Cascoon. And so Cascoon is also an A tier, but then Cascoon evolves into Dustox. I really like Dustox. So he evolves into either a butterfly or a moth, which is really neat. I forget what determines how he evolves. Let me look that up real quick. Bless.
Alright, thank you.
I don't know what the difference is here. Wurmple is somehow derpier than Caterpie. He is, yeah. It's just because of the wide set eyes, I think. I don't know what determines this. Oh, it depends on its personality value. Okay.
Personality values cannot be influenced. Oof.
Seen by the player. What a given Wurmple will evolve into is essentially random. Okay. Huh. Interesting. I don't think it's personality. Well, that's what it says right here on Bulbapedia. The personality value is appears to just be a is an unsigned 32-bit integer that is created when the Pokemon is first generated by the game. So it is essentially a random number.
It is a random number, but it's called the personality
but it's
value.
Specifically the personality value. Yeah. Which is interesting. There's nature, which I don't think is specifically personality value or anything, but nature is pretty close to that. It is essentially just a random number, though, so... Yep. That's interesting. So it's just basically random, what you get. Okay. You said my mistake, but you fit a K in there, and I thought you said, my milkshake. Nature is what I was thinking of. Okay, gotcha. Next up is Lotad. Look at Lotad. He's got 6 little legs, and is a duck thing with a leaf. Do you know what this makes me think of? Platypus. Do you know what the leaf hat makes me think of. Patty the platypus! Anyway, Lotad's awesome. I'd put him at A tier. What do you think of this little guy?
I think he goes in A.
Evolves into Lombre. Lombre's a cool little dude. I'd put him at A. And Lombre evolves into Ludicolo. Ludicolo is best.
Oh hell yeah, he's a little pinata looking boy.
Perry the Platypus is Lotad. Ludicolo is awesome. Then we got C-Dot. I love C-Dot. Look at C-Dot. He's a little acorn.
Little boy.
If it remains still, it looks just like a real nut. It delights in surprising foraging Pokemon. It's a little mischievous, little adorable duder, and he's going into S tier. Unless you want to rein me in on that one. Do you think C-Dot S for C-Dot? Or A for C-Dot?
S.
S for C-Dot? Fuck yeah. C-Dot line makes no sense to me. Well, it's simple. Acorn. Then Ninja. Then Yokai. It's basically how it goes. So, Nuzleaf is really fun. He does like this grass whistle kind of thing. Grass Dark. Just because of that, it makes me like, it connects, it gives me a connection to Erasion. Is because that's the association I have with Pokemon and like grass whistles. So Nuzleaf for me is an S tier. And then there's Shiftry. Shiftry is the final evolution, and it's based on a Japanese yokai. I forget what it was called, but it looks very much like this. A Tengu. Tengu? Is that correct? Yeah, a Tengu. Big nose, white facial hair, stands on the stilts. Okay. Corrupt rescue teams, gotcha. So Shiftry is really cool to me. What do you think?
I think he's pretty cool. He looks like he's got those sandals on, those,
Yeah.
You know the one I'm thinking about, yeah?
Mm-hmm. The wood sandals, yeah.
Yeah.
Next we got Tailo. I like Tailo a lot. Like, I enjoy that it's like this. Kind of reminds me of a robin, even though I know its line is based on a swallow. Taylor goes. Its category is literally tiny swallow, which is the color palette and everything with it. I really like it. I do have to admit, it is essentially just a bird. But the nostalgia for it, and I will admit that I won't just shove it in S tier just because of my nostalgia value. But my nostalgia value still raises it above an A, in my opinion. Or above to an A. And then Tailo evolves into Swellow. Swellow again has this kind of bird of prey vibe that like Pidgeot has. Let nostalgia blind you. This list is subjective.
He's just a swell little bird.
This guy.
But then again, he is just a bird.
Yes, but at the same time, in my game of Emerald, I placed him in my team, and he never really left.
Keepers.
So, I just have to. I have to. I have too big of a nostalgic connection with Swellow. I'm sorry.
You tell me to rein you in, and then you don't let me.
I have to do this one.
Fine.
I have to go against you for this one. I don't have a choice. My inner child is screaming at me to put him in S tier. And I have to abide. Any others I would agree. Frankly, like here, Wingull. This is a seagull. The blue bands do kind of set it apart from just being a standard seagull. Swellow was the coolest of those, yeah. Yeah, Swellow was really cool. I did enjoy Swellow in the anime. Wingull is awesome! Fight me! So, I think you could agree with me, Junk, that you couldn't necessarily confuse this for a seagull. Like, the
From
body
a
is...
distance, but no, you
Yeah.
couldn't.
The body is too crunched into one spot. The wings are so flat and stiff. And the blue bands, yeah, so this is at least A tier. And then we've got Pelipper. The thing that especially, aside from everything else, the thing that especially makes Pelipper definitely not just a pelican is the fact that the entire beak is solid beak. Like... Do you see that?
I do.
So,
Little pellet boy.
this boy's a name.
Indeed.
And now we've got Ralts. The Ralts line is an iconic line. Ralts, Kirlia, and Gardevoir are immensely popular, and for very good reason. They are such well-designed Pokemon. The story behind them is so great. They're empaths. They feel strongly for their trainers. So, Ralts, Kirlia, and Gardevoir are all S tier, without question. Would you agree?
Yes.
And Gardevoir got a Mega Evolution, along with the male counterpart that was introduced in Sinnoh, Gallade. So Gallade had to be made as a masculine version, right? Mega Gardevoir, boom! She's got like a ball gown, which is really cool. This was introduced in the Kalos region as well, the French region, I believe. May have been introduced in the Hoenn remake, though. I don't quite remember. But it fits with that vibe of this, like, ball gown kind of thing going on. Mega Gardevoir is wonderful, yes. And we'll get to Gallade later when we hit Sinnoh. But Gardevoir is fantastic. There's also Romeo and Juliet symbolism between the two of them. Gardevoir and Gallade. So we've got Surskit. Surskit was always pretty adorable to me. He's a pond skater.
I like him.
He's just a round little blue bug friend. I'd put him in A tier.
A tier would fit for him.
And then Surskit evolves into Masquerain. Now
That's pretty. I
Yeah.
don't see I don't quite see the progression between the two,
yeah,
but they're pretty.
yeah.
Category
This-
eyeball.
Yeah, it's because the pattern looks like eyes.
Hmm.
It's an intimidation pattern. Yeah, I'm not totally sure what. I want to make sure. Masquerain. Also Masquerade. Haha. Masquerade mask. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Team Skull's theme is playing right now. It's really good. It's like a full-on hip-hop, like, kind of thing going on. Oh shit, I don't want the Pokemon Wiki. No, I want Bulbapedia. Thank you. Okay, Masquerain appears to be inspired by a variety of insects. Although rarely shown, it apparently has the ability to walk on the surface of water using its wings as if they were legs. So it may be based on an adult water strider. The Japanese name suggests it is based on moths, many of which also use eye spots to frighten would-be predators. Its habitat, translucent wings and hovering flight pattern, are reminiscent of dragonflies and damselflies. The head is shaped like a raindrop, causing it to resemble some lanternflies. So it's just a big mix of a lot of water-based insects, which is really neat. I don't think I'd put an S tier, but it's for sure A tier. As well, including the with the eyeballs being an intimidation thing is really cool. Next we got Shroomish. This is Shroomish. Shroomish is a Pokemon.
Grumpy.
What's that?
They look grumpy. I love that.
Yeah. Shroomish is a Pokemon. Shroomish is a Pokemon that I have a little bit of a weird relationship with. As a kid, if I would, I had a little bit of trouble buckling down and learning in 3rd grade. So, as a program that we sort of set up between my mom and teacher, if I did well, I would be given like a sticker or something like that, and then I'd take it home, and if I got the sticker, my mom would let me pick a random Pokemon card from packs she bought. One time I picked a Shroomish. For whatever reason, I just didn't like him. Just me being a stupid child, I guess, but for some reason I was just so upset that I got a Shroomish Pokemon card. So I asked Mom if I could get a different one. So we put that one back in, and then I pulled a different one. And then after a little while, I pulled the Shroomish again, and I was fine with it. I don't know why. But over time now, I've come to really like Shroomish. So I'd place him as an A tier. And I do like him for, yes, like you mentioned, the grumpiness that he has. He's a little unibrow grump.
I love that little grump.
And then it evolves into Breloom.
Ooh, noble grump.
Yeah, Breloom is really cool. Like he gains a fighting type. He's still got like the mushroom cap kind of thing going on, but the arms like extend out, like they're stretchy. And he throws punches with them, and they're really fast and dangerous. So this is really cool. I really like Breloom. I'd put him in S tier. Breloom can get Spore, which is 100% accuracy move that inflicts sleep. Oh yeah, Spore. I forgot about Spore. Yeah. Next up, we got Slackoff. Check out Slackoff. Can you guess why he's called Slackoff? John?
Sloth.
Yes. And also slack off. Hey, there. The little pig-nosed sloth, which is adorable. Then we got Vigoroth. It evolves into Vigoroth, so it goes from being really lazy to being active as all fuck. Like, this thing is always agitated and will just lash out on anything. This I would put as an A tier. And then we got Slacking. Slacking would be one of the most powerful Pokemon in the game if its ability, Truant, didn't inhibit it. Truant makes it so the Pokemon can't use a move if it had used a move on the previous turn.
Damn.
So that's the only thing inhibiting it. But the design-wise, it's a fucking huge gorilla sloth thing. And it looks so lazy. It's such a big piece of shit. This is S tier for me.
That's fair. That still works.
Yeah. All right. I forget who was here before who talked about Ninjask. But we're about to reach that line. I think you'll really like this as well, Junk. Someone who really likes insects. This is Ninkata.
Oh, bug.
He is based on a cicada. It's a bug ground type to start with, because the whole thing where cicadas are dormant under the ground and then they come out and fly around and mate and stuff. Ninkata's cool. I'd put him in at A. Then it evolves into Ninjask. Look at how cool that is. It goes from bug ground to bug flying. And it gets an enormous speed boost. And it has the ability speed boost where its speed is boosted after every turn. So this thing gets fast as fuck. And I love it. It's A tier. It's S tier. But here's a cool thing. When Ninkata evolves, if you have an open slot in your party, you will also get a Shedinja. And Shedinja is the shell that was left over from the evolution. And it sort of becomes possessed. And you get this bug ghost type Pokemon in Shedinja. Has like this halo thing, and it has the opening in the back where the Ninjask crawled out. And apparently, if you look into that, your soul will get sucked into it, which is fucking horrifying. So Shedinja is also an S tier.
That's fine with me.
Shedinja always has 1 HP as well. Like any attack will knock it out, which makes sense because it's just a shell. What's its ability? Wonder Guard? Its mysterious power only lets super effective moves hit the Pokemon. So that's the trade-off, is it has 1 health, so basically any attack can kill it, but Wonder Guard makes it so only super effective attacks can hit it. So it has 4 weaknesses, so when you throw it out, you need to make sure that your opponent doesn't have any of those attacks. But I'm not really aware of what the strategies are for using Shedinja, so that's just he's a very specialized Pokemon. Oh yeah, status effects hit it too, yeah. Like poison. But yeah, it's really cool. I love the whole concept of the line. I thought you might like that, Junk.
I do.
Okay. Got 5 minutes left. This is Whismer. It cries. All the time.
Me!
So the cry of a Whismer is over 100 decibels. If you're close to a Whismer when it lets out a cry, you'll be stuck with an all-day headache.
Oh.
So they just cry a lot. But I love him. Like, he deserves love. If something cries that frequently... Ah, Guzma's theme is playing right now. It's awesome. If something cries that much, you want to comfort it. I love little Whismer. I'd give him a hug all day. It's S tier for me. Sound good to you?
Yeah, I'm good. That sounds good.
Then Whismer evolves into Loudred. Now, Loudred was a little... yeah. Loudred was a little bit hit or miss to me for a little while. But I grew to like him, and then they pushed him even farther by including him in Detective Pikachu as a literal speaker. Like, his ears play music, and his mouth is a giant subwoofer. So I love that kind of thing, and as an audiophile, this Pokemon is very appealing to me. So Loudred is up in the S tier for me as well.
I like him so far.
Yeah. And then, the final evolution is Exploud. I love this thing.
My goodness.
He's like a giant walking pipe organ. He just releases giant sound waves from his mouth and from all the horns around him. He's terrifying, and he's just... Ugh. Loudred looks so good. Like Pikachu, yeah.
This line is the embodiment of, like, those memes where I was like, you know what, fuck it, I don't want to be baby anymore.
You go between distant cities, wow. They're just like speaking to his tail, probably. He just yells it out. That's really interesting. Yeah, X-Blood is S tier. Next we've got Makuhita. Look at him.
Little baby.
He's like a mix of a little sumo wrestler and a punching bag. Like a training bag. I do like Makuhita quite a bit. I'd put him in A tier. Hariyama though. Look at this boy. Look at this thick boy.
Beefy.
Hariyama! Sumo wrestler! He's going at S tier. Look at the giant ass hands. Look at the thick thighs.
He do go in S too. How long were they going for?
We got a couple more minutes. Probably run through a few more Pokemon here real quick.
Okie dokie.
Love how the bulky fighting type is a punching bag, and its Evo is a dude wearing gloves engineered to block punches from martial artists in training. Yeah. So then we got Azurill, a baby Pokemon for the Marill and Azumarill lines. I don't know why he looks like he's crying, but it makes me want to hug him.
He looks so sad. He's so tiny! He's 8 inches!
Yeah, he's 8 inches tall. He hops around on his little tail.
I was reading his abilities.
Is it thick, fat, and huge power? Doubles the Pokemon's attack stat. Pokemon is protected by a layer of thick fat, which halves the damage taken from fire and ice type moves. That's funny. It's not even a water type here yet.
Power.
It's normal fighting right now. Huge power. That's so funny. That's going in S tier. I love it.
Yeah, that's gotta go in S tier for that.
Little cute, adorable little Azurill. I love him. Next we have Nose Pass. Nose Pass. Can you guess what he is?
He's an Easter Island head.
Yes, but also a compass.
Well, that I couldn't guess.
Moves less than an inch in a year, but when it's in a jam, it will spin and drill into the ground in a split second. I mean, man, nose pass, always facing north. But yeah, I love that the nose is like a big arrow, and he can easily orient himself with the magnetic field of the Earth to tell you where north is. So, honestly, I really like this guy. I love Easter Island heads, I love the mystery behind them. And encompassing that into this strange Pokemon that acts like a compass is really cool for me. So I'd put him in S tier.
Hell yeah.
And here we'll do the final, these two as just to wrap this part up.
I love
It's
Skitty.
Skitty! It's adorable!
Skitty is my favorite, I think.
Really? Okay. Like your favorite Pokemon overall?
I think so.
Okay.
You know how it is. Well, I don't think you do because you really like Darkrai. But you know how it is when there's like ones that you're like, oh, I love this when you see it, and then you see another one, you're like, no, that's my favorite. And then you see that one, the one you first said it about again, you're like, that's my favorite.
Right. That's the transition you went through with like Esper, right?
Yeah, that's what I've got going on here.
Yeah. So right now you're settled on Skitty.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I do enjoy Skitty. I love that Skitty's tail is a cat toy.
Yeah.
Which this Pokemon is known to chase after its own tail and become dizzy. I mean, what's not to love about that? S tier.
Category.
Adorable, wonderful little kitty. I love him. But did you know that Skitty evolves?
I did not know this.
Skitty evolves into Delcatty. And now she's elegant. She's graceful.
I love that.
Delcatty is very cool. I very much like it. As an evolution of Skitty, going from like an immature, like cutesy girl to an elegant, refined woman, it's cool.
I much prefer Skitty still, but she is pretty. She's good.
Yeah. All right, yeah, and that's gonna do it for the tier list for the moment. We've left off just before Sableye and Mawile. Delcatty wears a neck warmer like you'd have on an airplane. Oh, that is like a neck warmer, yeah. Like a scarf of some kind. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this for a little while. So let's check out what we got going on here. S tier is filled to the brim. It's going to be exploding by the end of this. A tier is also very full. Very few Pokemon in B tier. One in C tier because it's just such a regular animal. And Cresselia. So that's how this is going so far. I do hope everyone who's popping in for this is enjoying just hearing me rant and talk about Pokemon. This is really fun for me. I enjoy having this time to just sit down and talk about stuff I really like. And I appreciate you being here and going through this with me, Emily.
It's all good.
Yeah, it's just it's nice to have someone to bounce this off of with, for sure.
Yeah.
And it's cool to see your reactions to some of these Pokemon. It's just really fun. So I'm enjoying myself. Hope you all are enjoying yourself. And we will continue this next Tuesday. Picking up about in the middle of Hoenn. We'll probably end up going into the middle of Sinnoh, possibly the end of Sinnoh next stream, or next Tuesday. And then next Thursday, me and Junk will be back for Raft. More Raft.
Okie dokie.
Thank you all for popping in. See you all next time. Bye-bye.